Welcome, everybody, to the Sleestakians. Well, it's supposed to be a variety show, but there doesn't seem to be a variety of panelists today. If any of you want to join, you're more than welcome. Oh, I kind of sorry about that. Some technical difficulties. I forgot that I had my YouTube tab open. Welcome, Jack Stafford. Welcome, Philippa. I hope I pronounced your name right. Always good to see you, Gable. And the Metal. Great to see you as well. Gable says he's here for the Lizard solo stream. And welcome, Sir Jacob. Oh, Full Custom Hot Dog has live streaming rights. Wait a second. Yeah. You can always cheat on the hot dog. I can't believe I just said that. Wholesome forgetfulness, says Sir Jacob. Jack Stafford's working late, but will be listening on the side. Well, awesome. I really appreciate that. And Lou is in the chat. I don't know if you have a wrench, but I can make you a moderator if you want. Hey, Chris Longfellow. Great to see you. We had a fun conversation earlier in Vic's chat. Hey, Intense Webs, welcome. Always great to see you. Known you for a long time. And welcome, Shep. Yeah, Shep, you're welcome to join the channel. I don't have a co-host today, which is a little different. I guess it was this way last week too, where it was just kind of like trying to it was just me interacting with the chat at first. Used to be a radio DJ back in the day. That was quite a while ago. She didn't come out right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sounds like people are greeting each other, which is always great. And feel free to show your stuff. That's always something fun to talk about. Is I always like hearing about people's channels, their hobbies and stuff. Just as long as it doesn't like turn into like an hour-long infomercial. Like if somebody's got a book to promote, here's something. I actually heard this from AVS. Do a 60-second elevator pitch if you can. I've had disagreements with EVS over the years, but I think that's something he really did get right. Is just imagine you're on an elevator and you're trying to you don't have a short time to tell somebody about something, and just go with that. I'm the first. Oh, are you sad that Kamalika is DD? Oh, well, she'll come back to life, I'm sure. And anyway, if anybody sees somebody who doesn't have a wrench, please let me know. I want to make everybody, well, almost everybody, have a moderator. Looks like Chris isn't a moderator, so I'm adding her. Looks like Lou isn't, so I'm gonna add Lou as well, and add moderator. So here we go. Hopefully everybody's a mod now. And I'm going to once again drop the link to the panel in the chat. Oh, welcome, Gap After Dark. Always a pleasure to see you. Oh, I'm doing well today. Oh, and welcome, Geass. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay,
Welcome, First Ghost Bird Reynolds. Always great to see you. Let the games begin. Sir Jacob says, I really enjoy audiobooks. Sherlock Holmes. I've got a bunch of credits for audiobooks on Audible. I should get some Sherlock Holmes books. I've always found that pretty interesting. I don't know. There's also this kind of was it maybe 1930s detective on the holodeck and the Star Trek Next Generation. The Dixon Hill, and I'm wondering what that's based upon. If anybody has any idea, please let me know. How are you doing today, Geass?
Okay, I've got a new computer, so this is my first time on since getting it.
Well, you sound good. Oh, thank you so much, Lorenzo. Says Chris. I made Chris a moderator, and I Chris is a woman I was talking to earlier, and this guy named Vic King. He's an artist. I was talking to her and Vic's chat and having a very pleasant discussion earlier. Chris Longfellow. And Lou has a branch. Yeah, I was wondering if Chris was on Twitter as well, because I really enjoy our conversations. I've seen Chris in the chats before, but I haven't seen Chris on Twitter. Just almost caught up with the chat. Sir Jacob says a lot of them are free on YouTube. Well, I think talking about audiobooks. And and this looks like one of Tek's drawings that you're
Yes,
probably going to color.
or try to. This is my first time using Manga Studio since getting my new computer, and uh, you might notice that the colors are all different. Like it used to
It's
be.
kind of hard for me to tell on my monitor because I've got it set so to dark mode. Like it forces websites into dark mode. That it's something a hidden setting in Chrome, one of the flags I think they call it, and I have it set to dark, but it kind of makes everything a little too dark. But it hurts my eyes if I have it set up the other way. If
I see.
you know what I mean, like the way it looks now is StreamYard, the StreamYard and everything looks black because the white hurts my eyes.
I
If that
see.
makes any sense.
Understandable. I should probably enable that myself. Anyway, the
Yeah, I think
problem.
it screws up the colors though.
Well, yes, but the problem is how my colors are arranged. It used to be, you know, like I had red in one column and it would get darker shades of red as it went down, green in another, and so on. But now it's kind of a bit all over the place.
Oh, because did you have it customized on your old computer?
No, I used the default with my old computer both times, and that worked out pretty well. But the problem is now for some reason the menu is all different. Like I got some.
Oh,
It's like I got some update that did
oh
quick
no,
roll.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Like the icons are all larger now, and they take up more of the screen.
That's not good.
Like these
Jack
box.
says I like the Dixon Hill episodes of Star Trek Next Generation. I like the stuff in the 1940s. Oh, I thought it was in the 30s, but I could have been 40s. I think it was based on Sam Spade. Well, that's something I should check out. Mike's promoting his. Oh, he's talking about Dixon Hill was a hollow novel program on Star Trek Next Generation. Next
Yeah, it
Generation.
was basically like Data liked to play Sherlock Holmes, but Dixon Hill was
Yeah.
a fictional detective from like made up novel. Like I don't believe there was a real world counterpart to it. It was just something made up. I guess so they could avoid getting at something that was like Sherlock Holmes is so old that it's well into the public domain. But
Yeah, so they had was it what's his name Moriarty as a from Sherlock Holmes as a character in the holodeck, and that they had some interesting stuff dealing with that character. But then when they were dealing with the 1930s, I think I think stuff from that era was still under copyright, so they had to come up with a fictional character named Dixon Hill, which Mike Walters is saying it's based on pulp style detective stories of the 30s. It was a favorite program of Captain Picard. Yeah, Picard loved that one. Whereas Data, I'd say I'd use the word enjoy, but I don't know. He didn't I don't know. I think he might have had. He supposedly didn't have emotions, but I'd say he had some kind of rudimentary like things where it kind of almost like a precursor to emotions. I don't know, or maybe he had like some slight emotions. It was kind of confusing because every once in a while it seemed like maybe he had.
I believe he had emotions, but he experienced them differently than normal humans did.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, Lorenzo, I really enjoyed talking with you earlier, says Chris. And welcome, or GAP.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing?
Doing well. Chris says that Lorenzo, I really enjoyed talking with you earlier. Thank you so much for your a very kind person. I would appreciate you saying that. Chris likes dark mode. Hey, Simple Jack, welcome. Just trying to get caught up with the chat. Jack has to do everything in dark mode. Hey, Hojo, I hope I pronounced that right. Just kind of getting. Did you by chance change from Windows 10 to Windows 11? Asks Intense Webs. I think the question's for Geass.
Yeah, probably. I mean, this is a new computer, for example, and I went to 11 right away with the update. Is that what's causing me problems?
Probably.
That's a possibility. It might have been the 30s and 40s were cool. Yeah, I like watching old. It's been a while, but every once in a while, I like watching the old school movies from that time period. Welcome, Karumi. I believe he used to be known as a Yugoslav video game. Oh gosh, now I can't remember the full name. Sorry, Karumi. I hope maybe you can correct me on that. And how do you dense webs? People are greeting each other. Sherlock Holmes was on yesterday's Real Ghostbusters episode. Oh, that was great, especially the first season of that cartoon. So that's Chris's email. Let's see. Listen to those happy birds. Yeah, I noticed that there's some birds in the background. That's kind of cool.
Oh, it must be me because there was a crow crowing a few minutes ago.
That's awesome.
We're kind of like Bird Central. My mom feeds all these birds, and I mean, I've seen it. There just went a hummingbird. Yeah, it's me. I'm on the front porch on the house, in the front of the house, and it just got through thunderstorm, and so the birds decided to come out.
Welcome to Mid-Tier Guard. Yeah, it's like you live on a nature preserve or some wildlife preserve.
Well, I kind of do because we feed deer, dogs, cats, bunny rat. There's 2 wild bunny rabbits and a possum.
Oh, Jack Stafford said about like a previous conversation we were having was, I'm sure Data, Star Trek Next Generation, I should say. Keep forgetting the word "the" for some reason today. Had a quote keen interest in studying / participating unquote Dixon Hill, but yes, I would say he enjoyed it. Yeah, it did seem like he had kind of a sense of enjoyment, like, or what we would call enjoyment, but or call them emotions, but it didn't. Might not have been exactly the same as I believe Geass was saying, as like let's say humans or reptiles like myself experience. Let's see. Stopping by a bit. How's everybody doing? Ask Mid-Tier Guard. I'm doing well. Oh, I did a Bogart movie marathon one time, and it was extremely rewarding. I want to watch Key Largo again.
That's cool.
Of course, Casablanca. I'd like to watch that again, but Key Largo, I remember watching it. It seemed really cool, but I can't remember much of it. Maltese Falcon's another one like that.
Yeah, the Maltese Falcon.
Yeah.
And then what's the one? Rosebud. I watched
that was Citizen Kane.
I watched that a couple of weeks ago.
Oh man, Orson Welles was just like very multi-talented. I would take some of the stuff he said with a grain of salt though, because that guy used to be he used to do what's known as cold ratings. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's like what some of the carnies do, the carnival employees, where they'll guess somebody's weight, or they'll go and they'll make some observations about a person, but they'll claim that they're psychic when it's like really like maybe they're just they make really good observations, and maybe they get some like tips ahead of time too, maybe they got somebody standing in a line, listening into the conversation. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's known as cold reading. And so that sort of being kind of like an illusionist and stuff, I think that really helped Orson Welles as a director, because a director really needs to go and you got to kind of manipulate the audience a little bit. And I don't mean that in a negative sense, but
yeah, and I'm gonna watch Hitchcock The Birds again.
He was another guy who was just brilliant when it came to eliciting different feelings.
There was another movie that's called Kaw, Kaw. It's really, really good. It reminded me, it's Hitchcockish, and of course it had updated graphics for the birds and stuff, but it was really good. It was entertaining, but there's nothing like the original The Birds. But I'm gonna watch that this weekend, because there's nothing new that I'm really interested in, and I was just forced to watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 trailer, and I was like, oh no.
What's that? What do you think of that? Because I haven't checked that out.
Okay, well, probably more of the same. You can go ahead and tell you who pops up again, which we're not surprised.
Well, I haven't seen the first season, so I'm just wondering about that.
Okay, well, Captain Kirk returns, and Spock is sitting in the command chair, and the music they chose, you can tell they're going for a younger audience, young
Did they
hip.
play the Beastie Boys again? Because they did that in one of the movies.
No,
It
but
seemed a little, I love the Beastie Boys, but it is kind of weird for like Captain Kirk to be listening to the Beastie Boys. That's
yeah, no,
something.
it was popish.
Paris. You know that
Yeah,
guy Paris from was it
Voyager.
Lieutenant Tom Paris from Voyager? Yeah, he would be somebody I'd expect to maybe listen to Beastie Boys because he was like real familiar with like 20th century music.
Yeah,
And
they
no,
did.
not necessarily music, but 20th century culture, like car culture and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had some, popish kind of. Let's try to attract younger, keep the younger viewers interested in. And I was kind of like, the helmswoman. I can't think of her name because I haven't watched Strange New Worlds. I've just watched the reviews of it, good and bad. And it seems like
Oh, okay.
she was more featured in the trailer than Pike was.
I thought
And
maybe you watched it.
no, I mean, I'm looking some way to sail the high seas, or or if somebody,
Arr.
yeah, oh yeah, I saw it finally, or
I
maybe
see.
my
Yeah.
grandma will accidentally buy it for me, and so I don't have to pay for it.
So there you go. So have you seen that? Yes, I know you were. I know you watched some of the Lower Decks.
Yeah, so far I've only seen Lower Decks, Prodigy, and some of Next Generation. Also, Star Trek: The Animated Series.
What was the second one you mentioned?
What?
Prodigy. He said Prodigy.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a CGI Star Trek one.
Huh. Wow.
Which to me
More.
more looked like Star Wars, but that's just from what I have seen from the animation shots. But supposedly in Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks is somehow going to make an appearance or something this season. Something like that is what I read somewhere. I don't know if they're going to take a digital character and turn them in, cross them over into human form. But it was an article that had the transporter room and it mentioned Lower Decks. So you would think if they looked human, I don't know what they're up to, but I was kind of underwhelmed because, Captain Pike is the captain of the Enterprise and he was barely featured in it. It was that helmswoman, Spock, and a blip of Captain Kirk, the new Captain Kirk. And so, I don't know. And they tried an attempt at the joke at the end where they're like, so Spock, you're sitting in the chair, do you have your saying like every other person who sits in the command chair? And he's like, just make it go. And then they warp off and that's the end of it.
Oh, welcome, George.
Greetings.
How long you been here?
Just got here.
Oh my God. It's the famous George.
Do I know you, sir?
You better look at my name.
Gap After Dark?
Yes.
Do you remember Gap Stargate?
Yeah, sorry, it's not ringing a bell.
I'm in your shows every damn night. You know what, Lorenzo? He's pulling my leg.
Yeah.
Because he you know what his famous thing is? He reads URLs. He reads every last ampersand number and question mark on his show.
Do you want me to read that back to you again, just in case you
Yes.
you missed?
I'm writing it down, George. Go a little slower.
Yeah.
So Mike's talking about his shows at the top of the hour. Folks, feel free to check that out. You could even pop open another tab if you like. Hitchcock directed The Burbs.
Really?
The Burbs.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Or are you pulling my leg?
He directed The Birds. Orson was Robin Master on Magnum PI. I did not know that. That's what Lewis claiming. And Okay.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, this is the Forest Coast Burt Reynolds. Crewmies, I hope I pronounced that right, says it's hot outside. Just got done walking dogs. Well, that's cool.
Oh, hey,
and hey, Eric and Boyd, welcome. This is Hail the
Lorenzo,
Mighty Chat, the panel, and the
I'm going to bring something up. If you can share my screen.
okay.
Actually, hold on a sec. You know what? I'll do it without the audio. No,
You're going to bring the police chase?
No.
I hope this doesn't have anything to do with potato chips because I'm getting tired of Pringles.
Okay, this is my site. Gap knows what I'm going to do.
Yep. Here we go. I love it.
Oh, hey, Jimmy and Ice Queen, welcome.
Okay, so Lorenzo, this is a site called Shavinator, and this is where I visually collected all the movies that we roasted.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that incredible?
I like it. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, we roasted all these movies live.
So are those just the pictures or are those videos?
No, you click on it and it'll take you right to the movie.
Yeah.
Is it with a roast or without roast?
With the roast. With roast. And
interesting, and there's Jack Stafford.
Hey, Jack. And
hey, Jack.
So you click on Outer Space, and these are all the Outer Space movies. Charlie Chan, all the Charlie Chans, serials, all the serials here. Mr. Moto, Dick Tracy, Wild Women. Yep. Superheroes, sci-fi-ish. Guerrilla movies, the Dead End Kids, horror, and comedy.
What's the deal with gorillas? Are they like human adjacent or something?
No, it's really awesome.
Actually, those are one of the funnest ones to watch, Lorenzo. It's the gorilla ones he did.
Yeah. And, there was one called The Ape with Boris Karloff. No one in the panel was watching the movie and at the very end, we're going like, what just happened? And then Denali said, it started to explain. Well, see what happens is he actually captured a real gorilla and then he skinned it, wore the skin and went around killing people so he can get this juice so he can actually inject it into this woman that he really is in love with, but she was faking that she was paralyzed.
Well, that sounds really complicated and convoluted.
And so that's that. This is the about page. Oh, this is the legal document, legal statement on the page. This is myself, RJ, Critical Blast, and Denali. All the books, the stuff I'm delivering, the stuff I'm planning ahead, stuff that's to buy right now. But Lorenzo, this is if you don't know about this, I programmed the video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, watch.
Oh, that's cool.
That's just easy mode. Hard mode is hard.
If you guys like what you're seeing, please like and share. Get some original content here.
That's easy. That's easy mode. And here is the hard. Okay, I'm done.
See, he always dies.
Like the old school Atari games I played when I was a kid, except for the graphics are
splashy.
Yeah.
Hard mode is hard, let me tell you. And he always dies on the hard mode.
Yeah, and I programmed it.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So this is why I don't say this is like a show per se. It's more like show and tell was when we were kids, except for panelists.
Yeah, if another wrench could drop the website in the thing. I'm on my phone, so I can't drop any links right now. But y'all, it's really a cool website, and
Shavinator.com.
And George and Denali's weekly news roast is hilarious. Y'all got to watch that.
Yeah, you can put it in the private chat, and I'll be able to then I'll be able to paste in the StreamYard. I don't know why. Well, that was really cool. Thanks for showing us, George.
There you go, shavingerd.com.
And Eric and Chris are having an interesting side conversation.
But yeah, George's show and Denali and Critical Blast, sometimes an Ethereal Dragon, that's one of my shows I try to watch every night. So
yeah, they do a really good job. Dragon's on here.
Well, we just hope you have a laugh with us, because it's really the news is so freaking sad.
Yeah, it's true. But, some of the stuff George had on there were like, oh, my God, and then the way they roast it when I first started watching him.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he getting at? And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, he's roasting them. It was like, so I enjoy watching. So I encourage everyone to check out George and Denali, because it's a lot of fun. And I do try to catch it every night. And then on Friday nights, they have the roast the movies first, and then they go into the roasting of the news afterwards. So you could have a fun Friday, and you do that on Saturday night too, right?
That's right. A double whammy on Saturday as well.
Yeah, and so you guys want to laugh and be entertained, check them out, because it's a lot of fun.
Right. The break is in the hairline at the top. Go in, keep going, go in a little more. You'll see it right above the eye. Keep going up, straight up. There it is. A little higher. There you go.
George, you were one of the early digital comic artists, weren't you? Like,
I've been digital for 33 years.
Wow.
We're using like a Mac Plus or SE or Mac 2 or
something. My gosh. Let's see. First, I used a Mac 2CX. I went from a Mac Plus to a Mac 2CX.
Oh, I remember that.
And then a Quadra. Yeah, and then a Power Mac, and then a Quadra 950, and then what was it called? A G4, and a G4, and no, it was a G5, G4 or G5. I don't remember.
That was another. Wasn't that in the Power Mac? Was that the Power Mac? It was the one with those chips that were supposed to be like Intel and a bunch of companies were going to use it. Omega even.
Yeah, and then Steve Jobs took over Apple again, and he said he's cutting that out. Yeah, that was glorious.
Did you keep any of the older machines just for history's sake?
I got they're collecting dust, and the only reason they're collecting dust and I haven't thrown them in the garbage is because I still have stuff on floppy disks.
I still have floppy disks too, and 8-track tape, and a player.
Yeah, I got a VCR because I got VHS tapes, and it's not because of the movies. It's because family recordings.
Yeah,
I'm so lazy to actually transfer. And then I also have a Laserdisc player. Well, actually, I had 2 Laserdisc players. One of them stopped working. The other one continues to work. And I have those Laserdisc collections that have never been released on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, like the complete Warner Brothers collection cartoons.
Wow.
Yeah, back then they didn't care about they just dumped it all, And there's also the Terminator box set, Terminator 2 box set, where James Cameron gives you like a class 101 study in filmmaking. And of course, the Star Wars laser discs, the ones that they don't want to recognize because George Lucas keeps changing the original movies.
Yeah,
I think even I don't know if this is true, but somewhere I read that even when they were at the theaters initially, there were some slightly different.
Oh yeah, even when the movie was
Like,
first playing in the theaters, he did modifications to it too. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
it's like he's like 1 month, 2 months in, 3 months in. He goes, okay, we're gonna do a few changes. I'm gonna release it, and then all of a sudden you get this Mandela effect. They go, did I remember this scene? I remember this scene. Why isn't that scene in there?
You guys ever see the South Park episode? It was about both Lucas and Spielberg and their movies changing. So like it was like after E.T. was remastered and the guns got turned into walkie-talkies.
yeah.
And so there was a South Park episode.
Oh my God, that was so sad.
Oh man. So they go over to, I think it was Skywalker Ranch, and there's like wedding, and there's like George Lucas's wedding video, and it was like wedding video 2.0. Like he was he's messing with his own wedding video.
Honey, you didn't walk down the aisle the right way. We got to.
And then like there were these
the
security
lighting
guards.
wasn't right. Let's fix that.
Yeah, there were these security guards walking around, but instead of guns, they had walkie-talkies because that's what it happened in his friend Spielberg's E.T. movie.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know, in the E.T. right, it's like, watch out, he's going to shoot us with the walkie-talkie.
It says that was one of the best South Park ever. Actually, that is one of my favorite. There's a lot of them that I missed.
I saw something disturbing on another stream last night. Was they actually released an ET finger toy? Was that your show, George?
No, I missed that.
Oh my God!
Toy?
Yeah, and the tip of the finger lights up. I was like, oh my God!
Oh God! Holy smokes! I remember that when they actually released it. Holy fuck! Back then, I was too young to actually understand, you know, the hidden context to that. Now that I'm an adult, now I get it. Now I finally get it. You can pick your nose with that, so you can light up as you pick your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and nothing. And if you let it on too long, you can clean out your nose hairs with it. It'll singe them off.
Yeah, it'll singe your nose hairs. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. No other use for it at all.
Oh my God!
You know, no number ones and no number two uses. Just straight picking your nose. Just leave it at that. Okay, we're gonna change the subject.
Oh, Jack Stafford says, even from theater to theater, there were changes in the original Star Wars because he worked on it until the last second, and different versions went to different cinemas.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You know what's crazy? The Library of Congress had asked George Lucas let me get this right. The Library of Congress, which archives, stuff like, historical stuff, asked George Lucas for a master print
I heard about
of Star Wars, and he refused.
Yeah, I heard that.
He refused, and when he refused, that's when the remastering or whatever, when a bunch of people got together.
Yeah,
and they took the best footage from all different places to actually recreate the original Star Wars movie in high definition.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. And maybe that's where the fandom divide was bubbling, since they had all those different versions and people were arguing.
Well, we still have different versions where people have done different restoration efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. But the level of work that these people have done,
true,
to bring back, to literally make a new master print of the original film, is absolutely stunning. To see There's a documentary, a couple of documentaries out on YouTube that show you the level of work that they've done, the sourcing of on VHS, super VHS, laser disc, actual prints, film prints, everything, just to get the data so they can do the work and put it all together. Oh my gosh!
Welcome, Shadowhawk Talks.
And that
it was kind of quiet. I mean, it was kind of
finger
trying not to talk over George, but on chat first. Yeah, I don't know if what's his name? Was his name like Guido or something?
Guido, yes.
Isn't that like some sort of slur against the
No, that's Greedo. Greedo.
Oh.
You're talking about Guido, as in a wop.
Okay.
A munchie cake.
He says, Chris, I don't know that much about Star Wars, but when I watched those original movies, I knew, at least for like, as far as a little boy was concerned, like I knew this would be like one of the greatest movies I'd ever, of like all time. I don't now people can, that's like arguable, but like this is me as a little kid. This is just like the most awesome thing, every time, with the original trilogy.
But it's not an argument, man. It's history. It's undisputed. Star Wars, George Lucas took NASA technology and utilized it into film and NASA had this technology. Where do you think Dykstra came from? The guy came. All the technology came from the government, from NASA. They didn't know what to do with it. They had all these wonderful camera equipment, computerized, and all that stuff. And George said, "Can you track this stuff? Can you create a tracking system? All that stuff." Well, yeah. So they created everything that today you take for granted. They created all that technology.
I know that this turned into a conspiracy theory with maybe last week or the week before about like some sort of deep web or something. But ARPANET was invented by the U.S. military, right?
I think so.
Old school internet.
Yeah, I think so.
Component, but yeah, somebody I think it was Tim Bergani went into like detail about some stuff, and it was like, oh, I'm not sure, because the way that YouTube is with like anything that's like supposed conspiracy theory, regardless, could even be true.
Okay, but
especially if it's true, you're not supposed to talk about it. So
what was created?
He was just talking about how there's supposedly being some sort of
what net? You said something net.
ARPANET was this. No, this is actually something verifiable. That I think that was the U.S. military.
Is this what you can find in the Durham report? Is that
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it's nice being on your channel.
and welcome, Daniel. I'm surprised you were able to join us.
The foot is still a little bit swollen.
I didn't fill anybody in on that because I figured it was your own private business. But if you want,
well, you got swollen feet. Can you untie the noose that you're trying to hang yourself up by the ankles? You're supposed to put it around your neck, right? Not your foot.
No, don't. Whatever you do, audience. If you're feeling suicidal thoughts,
no. I'm joking. I'm doing a Sisu. You ever see the movie Sisu?
No, but I want to. I don't even know if it's still out in theaters.
I don't know. I think it might be out on digital now, but that movie is so awesome, man. Absolutely amazing.
A story. So welcome, Death Pusher. Always great to see you.
No,
Jack Stafford says a story I read, but can't find now. Was it the U.S. military king to the set of Empire
Wait,
Strikes
really?
Back because
Well,
of
no
the
way. The U.S. military came on the set
snow
of The
speeder.
Empire Strikes Back because of the snow speeders? Wow. That's freaking
possible.
awesome.
Okay.
Well, that would make sense because like it would call back to what George was doing. He was using technology from NASA to build out a brand new technology for filmmaking. So I guess the NASA and the military would go, Mr. Lucas, what is this thing called an X-wing, and how fast does it fly? It doesn't get off the ground unless it's on a crane, and it only flies as fast as the camera moves.
Oh, and welcome, Dave. Always great to. Dave's a longtime friend of the show. Says I saw the movie Planet of the Apes, but not the actual planet. I thought they showed it at the. I thought they showed it.
They kind of showed it for a blip in one of the movies.
At the end,
Oh no! It was always a close up. The movie The Planet of the Apes. They always had a close up of the planet. Shots. On the ground. In the field, in the houses, but you never had an overhead shot like really up in the sky, looking down and seeing all the apes and stuff like that. It was always
I see.
close-ups.
Hey, William A.
Only in one of the other Planet of the Apes, you see it when Zira and Cornelius somehow magically get in the spaceship and figure out how to operate it accidentally.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, think about it. That spaceship was only built for re-entry. It didn't have the boosters to get off the planet.
Well, it boosted off the planet, and they showed the planet very quickly before it exploded. I mean, like seconds in one of the other movies. But back to John Dykstra. I wish they would do more of effects like back in the day, because they are truly realistic. And then what he did for Battlestar Galactica in '78. And some of his other features. I mean,
did he work on Star Wars? Because I know some of the guys from there worked on Battlestar Galactica, and there was a lawsuit and everything.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, John Dykes. Yeah, sorry, no. Yeah, he worked on Star Wars too.
Dave says, what's remarkable? A blackboard. Yeah, there was a DJ Ronnie G was on here before, and he was like doing John Madden style stuff on his screen, where he's like, how they do like the kind of they use like I don't know, it's kind of looks like a magic marker or something. And
do you think that we're building any spaceship and you were building a spaceship outside of orbit? I mean. I was having an argument with somebody about which ship they should build first, and I said, well, they should take the Eagle 1s from Space 1999, and then you can go from Earth to the moon at least.
Well, you know what? It's already been disproven that all the NASA space launches and all that stuff, they're all BS.
Well, of course, we're talking about Minecraft.
No.
We're
talking about Minecraft.
Channel, not getting struck like yours.
No. Here, let me show you a video of Elon's SpaceX.
I don't want this channel to get struck.
No.
Yeah, we're not going to get struck, man.
You're not going to do that, man.
And then you're I don't have like Denali's channel to stream on.
All right, so just I'm gonna show you this video here. I'm showing you right now.
Looks like somebody's backstage.
No. It's not backstage. This is
somebody is backstage. Oh. Welcome.
Anyway, Tech, about what would you say her outfit is made out of?
I think it's regular leather and cloth stuff. Maybe the little defensive stuff is probably mostly metal. So I'm gonna say maybe have it look like silver and gold.
They kept wanting to bring Geass is one of the things you can. He is the one drawing, or not drawing, but coloring.
Yeah.
No. George has something he wants to show on the screen. Welcome,
one of the
TJ.
Things, it may be just that you may want to ask Bub too.
Yeah.
If he has any ideas for colors, see what he lets you know. But I think most of it, like the top, is probably leather, like a hard leather, and then because the bra part probably being metal itself. You could probably try and do like a bronze or something that offsets with the silver that you have for the metal.
Oh, Jack Stafford clarified the snow speeder planes. Or
Oh yeah, the delta shape. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, it was very close to the white stealth fighter prototypes. I didn't know that they had stealth fighters back then that they were working on. Past Master Dan's, welcome. I gave you a tweet out, Hill Chat, doing rounds, promoting all that later. Well, thank you so much. And if please, folks, if you like what you're seeing, please like and share. Flight of the Navigator ship and Hail Lorenzo, welcome. And I'm going to highlight what George is.
All right, so what we're looking at here is SpaceX going into orbit, and the camera showing one of the thrusters. Now, okay, what I want to point out right here is the area that you everyone, if you can see my mouse spin, right there. This is the area you have to pay attention to. You know why? Because there's a freaking mouse on the engine. This engine's like super hot. It's in outer space. There's no gravity and there's no oxygen. Okay, but watch this. I killed the audio. See that?
A mouse went into space.
That's a mouse. That's a mouse, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch, Disney's behind everything. You know.
Watch this again. Watch. Right here. Watch. Right there. Right there. See that? That's a mouse.
That's not going to live very long.
Well,
even if you approach the stratosphere, the air is going to get thin enough to the point where it just yeah. But mice and mouse should require less oxygen than we do.
Yeah, but I have to point out that ship is still at full thrust. That mouse should have been like flung off the ship a long time ago. I mean, hell, Spider-Man was flung off the ship, as they were heading into orbit, and he needed the iron suit to stay alive.
So did that mouse have a little mouse helmet?
We don't.
Well, I'm not going to argue that. Mainly because
I'd like to say hi to Sci-Fi Nation.
Well, mainly because there's stuff obstructing the path of the air current, and as it's going out into space, so it was probably hidden in some kind of compartment spot inside the thing. It decided to venture out and meet its death, I guess. Because at some point it's going to run out of air. Because I guess it walked out because it's in a panic. Oh my god!
And then it's going to degrade in reentry. It'd be fried crab.
Well, actually, the mouse is so small that if it jumped from the rocket, and it could have actually survived the fall. I mean, it's small enough to survive the fall. Absolutely.
In Minecraft.
Well, if the mouse was clever enough, and it glided itself towards a mountain slope, so it came in on the mountain slope at say more than 45
So you want this
angle.
mouse to pull a Batman?
Here comes the bat wings. Here comes the bat wings, and it's coming in.
The bat wing.
A 5 goes to space, says Force Ghost Burt Reynolds. I'd watch that.
Oh my god!
I like American Tail. That's good.
Oh god, y'all got to watch George tonight. He's gonna be skating the line tonight. He's on fire already.
I'm excited about the news that we have tonight. I have no idea what it is. All I know is it's waiting for us to roast it.
Or the Batman kind.
Yeah,
you're getting the Batman kind of conspiracy theory.
Yeah, somebody
Remember?
photoshopped.
Do you guys remember that issue
this is not a conspiracy theory. We're just discussing things that happen in Minecraft. Intense Webs.
Yes, and in Minecraft, we're going to have a rat that has bat wings.
Intense Webs, aren't you the dude who goes around with a trident on the back of your like bicycle or motorcycle or something? I mean that must have some sort of meaning.
Would you rather a mouse fall to Earth from the stratosphere or from Uranus? Damn it.
Hey Tim, welcome. Because I'm bad.
Go rat bastards.
I think the bum would burn up around end reentry because it's not, closed or doesn't have a heat shield.
Yeah, you got to come in on the number 2 angle.
That's what I was about to say. Like, wouldn't the friction and the heat that's building up from that friction kill the mouse before it made it to a reasonable distance?
Well, if you have enough reservoir to do a number 1, you could actually theoretically cool down your reentry as you're going.
Okay.
In Minecraft.
Now we're approaching stupid shit.
What? This is stupid shit. The stuff that we just talked before was legit science.
No, that was
a Harley.
That was bullshit. We're dealing with stupid shit now.
So
we had bullshit. Now we're in stupid shit.
And you guys like
see, we're going through that transition. Bullshit to stupid shit.
So I guess Intense Webs is
or stupid shit
to tridents bullshit on the back of a Harley. Guys, but this reminds me of a totally different company. Sorry to the Harley fans out there, but there's this company named Indian. Wasn't there one called like a
Indian motorcycles.
Motorcycle.
Yeah.
Which nowadays might not be politically correct, but
no.
They make some really good motorcycles, from what I recall.
Yeah, they use slave labor from India to produce everything
in Minecraft.
Yeah.
In Minecraft.
There's a lot of stuff happening in Minecraft. It's a happening place.
Yeah, they're adding new features every day.
Yeah.
The private servers where you do pretty much anything.
Yeah, we might even add George to Minecraft.
Yeah. You might even find government documents in Minecraft. Who knows?
I heard about that was some sort of loophole.
I mean, okay, raise your hands. I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you two statements. I'm going to give you 2 statements. And raise your hands if you believe them. 1, Elon Musk sent the Tesla in orbit. 2, a low-level schmuck had high-level government war plans on hand.
Both.
Okay. You, sir. I got a bridge. I've been meaning to offload. It's a really great price. It's on Mars. It's huge. It's a big bridge. It's gonna be awesome. I just need to renovate it a little, but it's the price is good. The price is good.
I'm curious
what George. I'm curious what Geass is working on. I know what is this character that you're coloring? I know this is one of Daniel's.
It's one of the more recent pieces. It's for I think he said it's for a D&D character. That's what Bob said. And so basically, she's a paladin that's made of metal, or she has metal skin. So
wait, a D&D character?
Yeah,
Dominatrix Damsel.
I thought that meant Donald Delay, but I could be wrong.
All right.
You see how quickly Lorenzo tried to change the subject.
Howdy, partners. Is Tim. That's Tim Bergani, not Tim Olson. Well, I guess there's multiple Tims. I also had a 2016 Chief Dark Horse. Wow, I'm not familiar with him. Right after Polaris bought Indian brand and changed the engine. Look back to the old Indian style look.
Yeah, those Indian bikes.
Business is welcome to the chat. I should be going to give you a wrench.
Yeah, those
somebody
Indian
I've seen in multiple chats over months, maybe even years. Ed is monitor. Yep. Here we go.
Everybody gets a wrench now.
Oh, Sci-Fi Nation.
You get a mention. You get a mention. You get a mention.
You've been here so many times. I can't. You've been on the panel, Sci-Fi. I don't know why you don't have a wrench. Anyway, yeah, it's like the Oprah show, except for instead of everybody getting cards, they get wrenches, which is kind of a disappointment comparison-wise. But then again, I'm not making any money off of this show.
Not what? What?
The
How
second
dare you.
one, because CG one was a thing. So what's
Stargate SG1.
Yeah, I understand that, but okay, the second one. What's the second one in reference to?
Yeah.
Why do they call it SG1? I mean, how many seasons were there?
Stargate
10 seasons of SG1.
Yeah, okay. So why don't they
already
say
have a Stargate in the
SG1,
movie?
SG2, SG3, and so forth?
Wait, Stargate 1 is it? Why didn't they call the movie Stargate 1? Because that had the first Stargate.
Because they only have one gate, right? Or they only know.
Wasn't it the same gate than in the movie?
Well, I think the movie has its own continuity. The show kind of follows some of the beats from the first movie, but it doesn't. But it's not the same continuity. I do believe.
Yeah, it's a different gate, and they kept the gate, and they kept some of the tropes from the movie and the rings, the transportation rings, but then they kind of stopped when you went through the gate of you could walk straight out. Before you would tumble out, and they kept the rings and some of the other stuff, but then it changed and it went for 10 seasons.
Yeah, the producers.
Okay, so apparently some of these things that we were talking about earlier with George could happen in Roblox and not just Minecraft.
Well, the thing is, the producers of the Stargate movie were really pissed off with the TV series because they really wanted to do like a whole franchise, like up to like Stargate 6 or something like that. But the TV series kind of ruined that for them because all the concepts they had were actually being presented across multiple seasons.
And Sci-Fi Nation can tell you the books by Bill McKay from Stargate could have been I think there were 5 books, if I'm right, Sci-Fi Nation. They could have turned into 5 or 6 movies out of those books.
I really like that original movie with Kurt Russell. I think I said that last week, but I'm going to say it again. That was awesome. The special effects and everything was just so trippy.
Did you see the prequel to Stargate?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. No, there was a prequel to Stargate. Yeah, the bad guy in Stargate. That alien.
Was he trying to be?
No, that alien was on Earth prior. Experiencing human emotions and all that stuff. The movie was called The Crying Game.
No. Well, I'm not going to comment on that. Right. Intense Web says that None of Your Business is actually his account. Boy, the thing is, I didn't know what happened to you. I'm glad to see you're back. All of a sudden, there's no Intense Webs for like a month on end. But I do think I saw None of Your Business in chat before. And I was like, switched over to get the link to Harley with a try. Okay, well, people can check that out. Feel free to check that out. Pop open the tab. Stargate. Is someone?
I gotta go. I forgot. I got a show to do.
Yeah.
Bye, George.
See you guys.
Always a pleasure.
Bye, George.
And for people to keep in mind, even if you don't get the link from me directly, I have been posting in the chat the last month or two. I probably much to the chagrin of Daniel, but I don't know. SG1 for short. Usually I like to talk about things with Daniel because he's one of the main co-hosts. He actually has the same like permissions that you do though on Discord, so he could actually delete my Discord server, or you could, because you're both. It gave you the power of what I called admin. Because what happened with my old Discord is once I lost access to that account, and then it's just like up, and I can't do anything with it. So
I have the power.
So as a backup situation, you guys could theoretically make me a mod again if something happens to my current account, which I'm not planning on happening. George, same continuity. The show, Welcome Sci-Fi, picks up kind of where the movie was. There was 2 gates on Earth.
One that they found in Giza, yes. So they found the one in Giza. They also found the other one in Antarctica during the
and Russia series. And Russia.
No, well, yes.
Sci-Fi Nation. I was trying to read Sci-Fi Nation, and you interrupted me reading Sci-Fi Nation. Nation.
I interrupted you reading my thing. Go ahead, read my thing.
I interrupted you. You interrupted yourself.
No, the only point I was going to make to that was there were 2 gates on Earth. One they found in Giza, and one they found buried a mile beneath ice in Antarctica.
Like a Ross. It wasn't totally buried because it was still accessible, but
right,
still technically accessible.
Technically, there were 2 gates on Earth until one of them got stolen, and then they had the second one that Russia eventually got control of and wound up leasing basically.
These are like the first alerts. I mean, spoilers.
That was the Giza Gate.
Yeah, the Giza Gate is the one that got stolen out of Stargate Command, yes.
If you folks enjoy what you're seeing, please like and share. It really helps us out. I tried getting the word out about the show earlier, and I don't know how successful I was.
Well, you know what?
Because
I need to... Lorenzo, I'm going to go ahead and tweet or twat the stream out for you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It was one of those things where the last couple of weeks, due to no fault of his own, Daniel, who I refer to as my co-host, but Geass actually is
did it for a while.
I call him a co-host as well because he's somebody who's been, I mean, not to insult any of you other panelists, but like
I am insulted.
Like one of the 2 of those guys are typically here. Dylan showed up maybe once or twice too when like other people couldn't show up. So I got a lot of respect for him. Princess Octagon is the name of his book, and Antarctic Press book. Excellent book.
Cool.
So I should give a shout out to him because he couldn't make it tonight.
Lorenzo, are you going to be on for a few minutes, bud?
Yeah, I plan on going for a while.
Okay, all right. I got to jump off. I will be back, though.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, no.
Is it because he insulted you?
No. He did not insult me by any means.
I was going to gate out. You know what I mean? Sci-Fi Nation. I was like, gosh, he insulted me. I must dial the gate and leave.
Dial it up, Daniel.
What I do?
Dial the gate. We're leaving, Daniel.
Dial it up.
Okay.
Hey, Elkin Slice, welcome. You're welcome to join the panel if you want. I can.
I had to scroll up a little ways. Just so you know, Lorenzo, I had to scroll up a little ways in the chat to find the link. So you might either want to put it again or pin it.
Yeah,
pin it, buddy. Pin it.
I forgot to pin it. So, but of course,
I will be back.
I would have to make sure, like, I'd have to look very closely and make sure that you're not like doxing your actual name this time around, because apparently Elkin and Slice.
Well, somebody's actually called.
So this is the problem with StreamYard.
Elkin Slice in real life.
We'll go and because I have a verification for like YouTube or
Oh yeah, well, yeah,
Facebook, where you gotta-
especially
yeah, sometimes people
Yeah.
have a bug where they end up their real actual government name shows up on screen, and I don't want that to happen.
I just want to say it's Tek'l Diamond 2328. Tek'l.
Yeah,
Sorry,
check
Diamond.
Mate. Cree. We'll see you in a little bit, Daniel. Cree.
Cree, I'll be back.
Is that Champ?
Yeah,
Is
it's
Diamond Champ or Cap?
No, it's Champ.
Okay.
I'll be back though, Lorenzo. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll be back though, bud.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Sci-Fi Nation.
Stupid foot. It's like,
I'm gonna have to go too, unfortunately, not because you insulted us, but because I gotta go.
wow.
I've got to
the
go
Google
feed
Plus
some
doesn't
animals.
even exist anymore, so you might not have that problem. But you're welcome on the panel.
Well, thanks, Lorenzo. You know we love you. You guys are awesome. The chat's
Oh, I love
awesome.
you too. I'm glad you. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I just got to get going. I've got
Yeah.
I got 7
That's
animals.
understandable.
Seven animals, and I'm just yanking your chain.
But you do seem to have like a whole like flock of birds, really like the
Lord,
movie birds.
I'm not kidding. It's probably hundreds of birds, besides 2 dogs and 2 dogs, 5 cats, 2 bunny rabbits to feed, and something else.
There
I
are
don't know.
aliens to draw, Tech. Huh.
All right, so
Yeah,
you
you're
guys.
referring to his stuff, but it's like it's just today's just not been a good day for me. I mean,
Yeah, what happened with your? I want to hear about your foot, unless it's a sore topic.
sorry, topic. Okay, I see what you did there.
Sorry.
Well, I was
Probably
cooking.
is,
I was cooking lunch, and I was putting away the olive oil, the cooking oil. And as I sat it down for some, and I guess I didn't see what I was doing, and it kind of tipped over, and it just created this chain reaction, and then it popped over this this glass jar that had a bunch of sage leaves in it, and then it just fell down. So the oil fell down, this fell down, that fell down. There was a mess on the ground, and I caught it on the foot, and thankfully, even though it broke into like 1,000 pieces, I only got like two or three pieces stuck in my foot, and it avoided.
It's just 2 or 3 too many.
Anything was a major artery in it.
2 or 3 too many, but it could have always been worse, I guess.
Yeah, it could have been worse. And so I was like, okay, well, at least I avoided major problem. That would have resulted in hospital visit. I was like,
Yeah, well, appreciate you joining.
Yeah. So that's the first time in forever that I've actually dropped something. It's been a long time since I've actually dropped something. At least something that was that entirely breakable. I was like, okay, well, that's the first time I've done that in a long time.
I feel there should be more of our belt here.
Hmm?
Well, logically, your belt would be right here.
Yeah.
Stereo.
Oops. Damn it. No, it just kind of a huge belt loop. I mean, if you can draw in
dropped a drill on his foot before. Holy Toledo!
a long time ago, I dropped a sledgehammer on my foot. It's like I saw, it slipped out of my hand, and I see it, and I'm trying to move my leg out of the way, and it still catches me by the toes.
It's like you're living in like Looney Tunes or Mary Melby's cartoon.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Though. It was a long time ago. Though.
These things can happen, though.
Yeah.
Wow, he dropped a drill in his foot.
No, I mean I've heard of people who
dad did.
I heard of people who cut off all their fingers and terrible accidents, and they're just like, dude.
Do you remember when I showed that work safety video?
Yeah.
I think it was just called "Think About It."
Come to think about my
I'm not going to try to
scars.
sing
Though.
it, but that was one of the most gruesome, over the top. I mean, I've watched some horror movies that were pretty gruesome and over the top, but that was up there with. Might not have been as gruesome as Tetsuo, the Japanese Iron Man movie, which I only recommend to a select few people. If you don't mind completely, and it's one of the craziest movies I've ever seen. Anyway, somebody was saying something with the Geass?
Yeah. Like when I was in middle school, I had this. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's for drilling large holes into wood. I was actually using it to make wooden coins for a class thing, and I accidentally cut into my leg. Pretty big cut.
Oh,
Took
yeah,
years
that's
for the
horrible.
scar to disappear. Come to think of it, it's all gone now.
Wow, that's amazing that it eventually disappeared. I had something where I accidentally stabbed myself with graphite pencil in school, and that took years for that to disappear. No worries, dude, says Diamond, or which is Champ.
Yes, Champ. Champ, change
I
that
offer the
thing.
healing vibes.
Healing vibes, yeah.
In this, I already read that. Are you drawing a commission?
Or a comic or something?
Comic or something? It's actually Geass is
This is
coloring,
actually a commission I have already finished. Geass is just coloring it for.
Yes,
for
this is a commission, but I'm not being paid for it. Daniel was paid for it.
Oh, thanks
doing
for
it for
going
fun.
on the Gap After Dark. Feel free to promote your channel. And everybody's feel free to, you've got a license to shell, to kind of paraphrase
license to shell.
what was it? James Bond. There's a James Bond movie, License to Kill. And there's actually a Beastie Boys album, License to Ill.
Mm-hmm.
I had 3 scars from surgery and a few weeks ago, and I tried to find them. I can't anymore, but I'm glad to hear that. YouTube hasn't been too kind to me lately. Yeah, that's why I think you should. Well, it's up to you. I don't know if it would benefit or not, but you're welcome to join the panel. As I said, I'm the only one who can see you when you're backstage. So if your actual name shows up, which I think I have seen already, because I had to initially have you message me on Facebook, I think it was. But I can not put it. I cannot have you. I won't add you if it's got your real name on there. Oh, Gap says, thanks, Lorenzo. Here's my channel. Y'all, if you'd like a variety of toys from vintage to today, I'm Toy Share Wizard. Well, yeah, he's got an awesome channel. And another person who has an awesome channel is Anna Banana. Welcome. Good morning, Lorenzo and friends.
Morning.
Anna Banana streams from Australia, but isn't a native to the country.
Oh no. Maybe I should try and draw some more D&D stuff. See if I can get people to start commissioning me for their D&D characters. Maybe I should put up some kind of flyer, hey, or digital flyer. Hey, if you want, I can draw your D&D character for $30. As detailed as I can possibly get.
Well, I'd be curious, Elkin Slice, about your channel. I've watched it, but maybe you can mention what the
My
especially
channel.
because you're trying to get people to watch your channel. I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
I need to
Kind of
start
a little
adding
bit
stuff
late
to
at
it.
night, but for me, but
Yeah, I need to start adding stuff to it.
to what? I'm sorry.
To my D&D channel.
Oh yeah. So Alkenslice has a gaming channel. Well, do you see you had a gaming channel as well?
Me? Oh, I have a Twitch channel. It's the Tech Corner.
Oh yeah.
If I can ever
Thanks
get
for
back to
joining.
it.
Have a great night. Gap After Dark, and I encourage everybody to check out his stuff.
See, this is the other D&D character I did. This was for my brother, or my younger brother. So this is his D&D character. It's kind of this Castlevania ish Belmont looking character. So it's like,
Awesome. Oh, and hey, Kurumi.
so I'm thinking of doing some more D&D. And then
So Alkenslice is calmer than he used to be. Laugh
than I
out
used to be.
loud. Too much energy lately. Interesting. Yeah, you're welcome to join. So I'm gonna switch back to Geass.
Yeah. You're gonna have to give me a bit many because it's like my brain is still foot hurts. That's one of the other D&D characters I've done so far. Or actually,
It's
that
better
looks
to be
more
foot hurt than
that
butt
looks
hurt.
more Trevor Belmont-ish than
Yeah, you went kind of Castlevania on him. This guy's a treasure hunter.
yeah.
I had a team of 7 treasure hunters, and Daniel drew the ones that survived.
And this one
That's
used the
pretty
whip,
cool.
I do believe.
Yeah, he was the beast tamer.
And I have my own Castlevania guy, so Castlevania looking guy.
So the green is to help you catch the lines that aren't perfectly filled in, right?
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
gaps.
Okay, we can show this
I
old one
finally
too.
got it right after like a year or two of you explaining it.
This is an old one too. This actually has a bunch of old stuff on it. Actually, has some more context. Just this one down here at the bottom left doesn't work. And then these
Well,
prices are wrong, so I need
life
to fix that.
advice: don't drop glass stuff on your foot. I think this is something that Daniel is painfully aware of.
Yeah.
Unintended.
And this is a Geass character, I do believe. Ouch! I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb.
Wait,
Ow.
what?
Oh, I'm used to shifting my foot, so I'm sitting on my foot sometimes, and I put the foot that I dropped the glass on, and I sat on my
Welcome
foot.
back, TJ.
A Geass character.
Yeah, is this one of yours?
Are you able to
No, I don't recognize that one.
wait?
Hmm.
So I haven't
It
been
may
able to
be-
hear
it may
TJ.
be,
I don't know if TJ's been able to speak the entire time he's been here. He shows up and then looks like he
Well,
keeps
no,
disappearing.
I think from what I understood is that StreamYard was giving him shit, and he was trying to get back. He was trying to get in.
Okay.
It was something to do with my system.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go, man.
Hear you.
Okay.
Man,
I
that's about my weekend.
I think that was an Ilium character then.
Yeah, I have just found the picture. Like I checked, I got the feeling it was Ilium, so I checked my Ilium folder, and she was like the 4th picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. This is because I already archived all of Ilium's stuff because he hadn't gotten anything in a while, and then so he got something like a couple weeks back, but I can't show that one. Let me see if I can find something else that is D&D ish. Because I'm thinking, well, maybe I can start doing D&D characters and see if people want to hire me for D&D character stuff. See how that works out. And
No, that could work.
well,
So
I have to
I'm
pick up.
guessing you're
Finally,
gonna
have to pick up a
do-
part time. So it's like, yeah, I have to pick up a part time job. It's like,
I told Anna that I'm doing well and asking her how about yourself. I'm not sure what time it is over where Anna's at. She's down under, but Australia's got the several different time zones and well, kind of like the United States has. And
there you go. Well, these are new and old stuff I've done. So new on the left, right, old on the right.
it's good that you're doing not too bad. So let's see. I'm gonna.
So I may want to
embiggen it, and then.
So I may want to do a redo. The redo.
Enlarge the image.
No, now I remember they show the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat one. You wouldn't. Is it like they went so far?
Yeah. What did you think of it? Oh, hey, Mike Brown, welcome.
It looks like they went into a realm of realism that's like it's kind of poking the uncanny valley.
Did they turn it up to 11?
Yeah. This
I think
goes up to 11.
Movie or a video game?
I don't remember the exact quote, but
it's a video game. Mortal Kombat 1. I guess what they did since Mortal Kombat 11. Excuse me. Mortal Kombat 11 ended with Mortal Kombat 11.
Please promote your channels in the chat, folks, so that people know where to find you.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mortal Kombat 11 ended with Liu Kang, I guess, winning the Time Spear thing, Bob, and he created a new era. So he basically reset the entire universe, and so I guess that's why they call it Mortal Kombat 1, because he reset the entire universe. So my thing is, like, didn't he kill Shang Tsung forever and ever?
When you need more sound, most speakers go up to a 10, but these speakers go to 11. What does that mean? Well, they go to 11.
Damn it, wrong one.
Yeah, that was classic. I gotta rewatch.
It's from the mockumentary Spinal Tap. Yep.
Yeah. But even like my friends who are like heavy metal fans, or he used to call it headbangers, or what? Even they love the movie.
Yeah, and Jack Black will elevate that again.
Speaking of Jet Black, I just saw the Super Mario Brothers movie.
What did you think of it, dude?
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Excellent.
I'll have to see it at some point. I heard Luigi was in prison the entire time.
Mostly.
Except for the last scenes where he was jumping in sync with Mario, which made no sense since he didn't have any experience.
He had experience before this whole thing. So that doesn't really track with what we saw of him.
I don't know. It just I think that's a little bit of a goof. The only little goof in the story is that Luigi suddenly gets on track with Mario. If you go from the beginning of the movie, Luigi was kind of behind Mario, and Mario was just like opening doors for him, putting down ladders and whatnot.
So you're telling me Luigi is the new princess?
Pretty much.
So
not to say that's a good thing.
It's not that.
Kind of makes sense.
It's not that terrible. The thing is, Luigi has always been a character that kind of needs saving, or he's always the cowardly most of the time, but brave when he needs to be. And then so.
Well, the entire
so he's
point
kind of in character. So he's still kind of in character. It's just not. It's not as
We've
The
had to
whole-
save
the whole-
Luigi a few times in the games.
I mean, the whole point is the franchise should have moved from, you have characters, right?
Hmm.
And you need people to save some other character.
Right.
And they should have moved on to they can all adventure and be a team.
Yeah.
And they never really moved on from it.
Yeah. I think what they were trying to do was just trying to stick, because I know Nintendo had to pick a fight with Illumination for the movie. So I'm going to assume Illumination was gonna go in a different way, where Princess Toadstool was saving everybody.
Well,
For
there
whatever
was a
reason,
certain amount of
making
logic.
Mario irrelevant in his own movie.
Wait, so
that's-
Luigi
that's
is
the
a secret
rumor.
savant?
But that's the rumor.
Well, I can see some logic in making Luigi being the one that needed to be rescued, because the setting of the story is it opens up with Mario and Luigi on Earth, and then they get sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Mhm.
Or, now Mario has
I
just
know some guys
arrived.
who were sucked in the Mushroom Kingdom, I think.
Yeah, Mario has just arrived in the Mushroom Kingdom. He has no real motivation for saving the princess, but he's got a built-in motivation for saving his brother.
Yeah. So that's basically why they kind of dance on distress Luigi's, because they kind of needed something for Mario to focus on.
Oh, so he was in prison. He was in prison.
So he was in prison mainly to drive the story forward. So when the next movie comes along, ouch. So when the next movie comes along, I'm pretty sure that Luigi is not going to be in the damsel in distress area
That
again.
would make sense to do that another time. So Luigi is a secret savant, says Elkin Slice, and Elkin Slice was talking about, was this the Mortal Kombat movie with
Shang Tsung is a douche. He's always been a douche. The guy's always been a douche since his introduction.
So was that's from Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, Shang Tsung.
I haven't really played many of those. What are they? Is it just like called fighting games?
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't played that too extensively, even though
Well, now that I think about
I've got a collection of
we're
Mortal Kombat games. I'm pretty sure.
actually fighting games.
It's still a 2D fighter, not a 3D fighter.
Yeah, the only one is in any kind of 2D format, a real 3D format, is actually Tekken, which Tekken 8. Sorry, Tekken 6. Tekken 8 is coming out this year.
It's Tekken
Street
the
Fighter
one with
six.
the bear. You get to fight a bear.
They did it with the Naruto fighting game, dude.
Yeah, dude, they have a One Punch Man fighting game.
Which
They
one has
have
the bear?
they had the boss to put Satama in the game as a playable character, as a playable fighter. Like,
Okay, so which of these games has a bear that you can fight? Is it
Tekken.
Did they
Tekken
remove
8.
that because of like animal cruelty or whatever?
I think the bear was introduced in Tekken 2, or was it Tekken 1?
Because I thought
I think
maybe they
Tekken
had to
2.
remove it.
Because I think he was a secret. He was a secret character in 1, along with a kangaroo and a reptile and a raptor looking type fighter.
Oh, wow. Well,
And then they just kind
I
of became
definitely need to play that
they just kind of became mainstays. Was the panda, the bear being split into a giant panda as well. So the giant panda is the I guess the pet of I can't say her name. Jaguar. Damn it, I can't say her name. There's too many characters. Damn it. And I can't say her name because it's fucking Chinese and I can't pronounce Chinese names too well. No offense to anybody who likes these characters or likes that character in particular, because they probably know who I'm talking about, but I can't pronounce her name to save my life.
So
and that's terrible.
Do you guys like somebody was like ask somebody on Twitter, well, RJ from Critical Blast was asking if King what the hell is the king's name? I'm blanking out.
King Trident?
King Trident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he just like if he slept around or if he was
it looks like Because it looks like they're putting him on the level of fucking Zeus.
But like if you look at like these are all like it's a very inclusive. In fact, after seeing like how hot these actresses are, I want to rush out and watch the movie now.
I am actually I'm actually surprised.
They
I'm
did
actually
get
surprised.
really, really good. They do get really attractive women for that movie.
No,
I'll give you that.
no, I'm actually surprised that they're all attractive. Like, I mean, no offense to anyone or anything, but I'm generally shocked that they didn't try to add an overweight character.
Well, so that's the thing is like they all look like models, but
Yeah.
then the head who is the head star? It's not Halle Berry. It's somebody with an actress with a similar.
Halle something. It's Haley something.
She's an outstanding singer from what I've heard. Oh,
that's what I've understood.
And Anna, well, I mean, Anna's been here, but check out Anna's channel, please.
That's what I understood. Ling Xiaoyu, Xiaouy. That's her last name, but her name is Ling, and she had the panda from Tekken from the Tekken.
Okay,
series.
back to the Tekken. So this was something. Yeah, this was something that I'd wanted to discuss. Is some of the stuff I'm seeing from The Little Mermaid looks like it could actually be one of the better of the recent Disney live action.
Yeah, but I think it's probably
the problem that I don't want to see. But
well, I think the problem is that I think what they changed the way some of it tracked because in the movie she's trying to get the man to kiss her because kissing her would fulfill the contract, and she gets to not be a slave to Ursula. So making her this this amnesia chick seems kind of like throws the story off the cliff. Like why would you do that? The whole point of her wanting to be human was that she wanted to interact with this man she saw, and she needed to quickly kiss the dude before the 3 days are up, and she gets tossed into I guess into slavery.
Yeah, it seems like they got farther away from like the source material. Like, you familiar with the deal in the original book?
Somewhat, because from what I understood is that she was supposed to get the man to fall or love her or kiss her, and in 3 days, if she cannot get it in 3 days, she would turn into a sea hag or a sea foam or something like that. Sea foam.
Oh yeah, we were talking about I think last week or the week before. And did she actually turn into sea foam in the
No, she got. I think she basically won the trade, but eventually in the end, she had kids, and then she turned into sea foam and died.
Not in the original. In the original, she failed and was turned into sea foam.
LCX says she did.
A later version, she reincarnated as a nature spirit, basically.
Yeah, it's basically I think it was the story of be careful what you wish for type deal. The moral of the story, I guess.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for. But Disney being Disney, they let her live, and she won the trade, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So basically, any of these movies any of these animated movies that if they actually followed the actual story, pretty much all the protagonists would be dead. When I think about it. Because they were all supposed to be more of the story type deals, right?
Yeah, that might not work if that happened. If they were too faithful to the. I think anytime there's something, even if it's like King Arthur or whatever, it's going to be an adaptation. Well, King Arthur, there's several versions of that
Oh
story.
yeah, like there's rape, there's incest, there's tons of stuff was a King Arthur legend.
I was thinking of Pocahontas. Like,
it's
do you know?
Yeah, because Pocahontas is supposed to be 14, 13, something like that.
Definitely would be inappropriate.
Yeah, it would definitely be inappropriate.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Pocahontas, it was based on the book written by John Smith, who never actually met Pocahontas. He basically wanted to cash in on her fame after she got famous.
No. So I guess John Smith was the first fraud.
I don't think he was the first fraud. There was probably someone well before him.
Well, the first fraud for the 13 colonies, or for that particular colony.
No, there's probably plenty of frauds. But yeah, John Smith did not meet Pocahontas. He got injured by a gunpowder accident and had to be shipped back to England.
And then he just made shit up from there.
Yeah.
So LCX, I believe, talking about Little Mermaid, says with proper writing it could happen. Slice said he kidnapped her and took her back to Britain. Yeah, I think, that's... And embellished the story. Holy shit, yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Anyway, Disney cut out the orgies.
She was pretty young.
The orgies.
Remain faithful to the source material, mostly while keeping it appropriate.
I love the way you said that.
The Lady Bird children's books did that by just cutting out the not safe for kids parts.
Yeah.
And retaining the plot. That's interesting. I'll have to check out those books.
Yeah.
But yeah, Disney decided to make the Sea Witch and the Little Mermaid the villain. Because in the original, she tried to offer the Little Mermaid several chances to back out of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And gave her fair warning and everything. And
still didn't take it.
Sure if the Sea Witch even benefited from the deal at all. Like, the Disney movie seems to make it more of a bet.
Yeah.
But basically her voice, or rather her tongue, was the price of the spell, and the Sea Witch didn't really gain anything after that.
Huh. Oh, there was something else that, there's a few different news items news and entertainment stuff. This is an influencer's AI clone will be your girlfriend for $1 a minute. That seems like that could add up.
$1 a minute.
Yeah, that seems like they could add up.
$60 an hour.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Times 60 a day.
That's a lot of money, actually.
If you're still awake.
I mean, some poor sob is going to do it anyway, and a fool and his money is soon departed.
Wait. How do you get times? You said $60 an hour times 60 a day out. I mean, there's only 24 hours in a day, so.
Oh, I was going to punish him by seconds.
I mean,
I was thinking maybe he lives on a different planet than we do. But this 23-year-old social media influencer with nearly 2 million followers on Snapchat.
Yeah, some poor snub
not even
scrub is
familiar
gonna.
with, really, I've heard of Snapchat, but it never has time to talk to all her fans. She posts photos and videos of herself throughout the day, and her 98% male fan base responds with the endless stream of messages and requests.
Oh no, I'm dying. I'm sorry. It's It's just funny hearing this stuff.
So this week she launched what was it called? Karen AI, an AI chatbot leveraging.
So it's not even her. It's a fucking robot pretending to be her.
GPT-4 API technology.
No, you guys
developed by
give me a few.
OpenAI.
You guys give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. And I'm dropping stuff.
Oh, this is oh boy. I'm not reading the whole thing. I'm just kind of skipping ahead. So says that the launch of Karen AI comes when public attention to artificial intelligence has been focused primarily on how it might be used to change the way major search engines respond to users. Yeah, this is something Mr. Matt and I have discussed, and how the limitations of what's known as large language models can result in inaccurate responses, disinformation, and other major issues. But Karen, and I hope I pronounced her name right, AI, also shows how AI applications can increase the ability of a single person to reach an audience of thousands in a way that for users may feel distinctly personal. Wow. I don't quite know. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a healthy thing or not. Putting the link in the chat if people want to see what the actual, see the actual article. Elkin Slice about a physical version of Final Fantasy Remaster. Oh, the Pixel Remaster.
But is this the final fantasy?
Is it the final Pixel Remaster fantasy? Final Fantasy? Probably not. Hello again, Sci-Fi Nation. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't see. Can't really. I've got an 11-inch screen, so can't always see when people are backstage. Thanks for mentioning it in chat, because I've been trying to read the chat. But now here we go. There we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Hey, there is a thing. There is a little setting in the StreamYards where it makes a noise when somebody joins backstage.
Oh. When I hear a beep, I assume it's my Discord, though.
The diddy is the Discord, and the one for StreamYard sounds way different than the Discord one.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, they are two different sounds, so you're not going to mix it up with your Discord sound. I'm just putting that out there, just so you know.
Yeah, that's good to know.
It's in, like, if you go over to the side, you see private chat comments. Over there, you got your background, your foreground, yada yada. You got your scrollers that go across the screen, and then you go to settings. You go to settings. Yeah, it's in there in settings, and it should be play. Yes, play a sound when guest and when guest.
Oh, audio. Would that be under audio?
It might be if you're under the settings for the actual.
I was thinking of layout, but that would only be for
right. Layout is for your actual screen. Yes.
Which I could use that as well, but let's see. I'm not seeing anything in.
I wish that they had some kind of ability to let Lorenzo make me kind of like a co-host, like a real
there is that, but he would have to give you administrator privileges, which means basically, in short, you would have the same control over his channel as he does.
Yeah, no thank you.
I don't even see that in here. So recording hotkeys.
No, it should be under like settings, audio notifications somewhere
I'm
in
not
there.
seeing that. I see audio, but I'm not seeing notifications.
Atkins says he clicked your link, but it says 404 error.
Well, I just got on, so I don't know. That's weird.
Well, I don't know. It's this.
Okay, so what did I miss?
Oh, I was talking about how there's this social media. Some
Bullshit.
well, some influencer. I don't know.
The
streamer
influencer who.
Something similar.
Oh,
To
are you talking about how that character I'm looking at has a manlier face than most men? I don't.
Who? Who has a manlier face?
Well, I mean, look at it. She's got the cheekbones of a guy. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at a screen without my glasses right now, so.
Yeah, because I didn't make that character male. Damn it! See what you got me doing?
I didn't.
So that character is female for all intents and purposes. So
I'm just funning with you, but don't take it serious.
No. So basically, this what was she? A TikTok influencer? She makes an AI of herself that you can talk to, and it charges you $1 a minute.
$1 a minute? What?
Yeah.
$1 a minute.
Do they go through Vanuatu?
I guess because I mean that's basically $60 if you talk to it for an hour.
Yeah.
So, that's where the $60 came in, right? Because I said in a private chat. I said in a private chat before I came on the panel. I said, "Hey, just pay him $5 an hour. You get 12 hours of work out of him for $60, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy is never final, says LCX. Good point.
Oh, that is a very good point.
Click your link. It says 404.
I already said that previous pod.
Yeah, try clicking that again because I just got on here. It's working good.
Could be something going on with the browser or something.
Well, I don't know. I clicked the one that was pinned and it worked good. So you got to make sure when you click on top, though, you actually left click to get it to come down all the way and then right click it. Just saying, that's kind of a YouTube thing.
I'm going to zoom in on it. Looks like a woman to me.
Oh, now I see it. Yeah, she got the DSLs going on. Okay. And the plucked eyebrows. Yeah, I see it.
She's also made of metal, so probably not helping her in some instances.
Where's the metal? I don't. What metal?
Well, he's still working on it, so hasn't made it to the reflection part. Right now, okay. Right now, what he's doing right now is he's laying down all the flats.
Oh, the base work. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So she's kind of like C-3PO or something, but legally distinct.
I'm not sure. That's something you would have to ask.
I was chatting with Bob on Discord tonight.
That's a good analogy. C-3PO before he had his final coat put on him, right?
Yeah.
Final plating.
Yeah, what did you say, Geass?
Yeah, what was he made of? Was he made of copper or what the heck?
Well, I always thought it was highly polished bronze with some gold.
Bronze, okay, that would make sense. Bronze.
Well, I just thought it was like an aluminum was a
that's
with a bronze brush with a bronze finish added to it.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was chatting with.
I just like saying aluminium. Sorry about that.
You can say aluminium. I'm going to say aluminum. Now, what did you say? Yes.
I'm going to say aluminum too. I just love the way the Brits say aluminium. It's like, where's the extra I come from? Seriously?
It's actually spelled differently too.
Anyway, I was chatting with Bob on Discord about her.
What did he say?
Well, she's from a bad future with a gray goose scenario. Almost ended everything.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't really got much detail.
I like the look on her face, though. She's literally got that WTF look on her face. What the F look on her face.
I don't like when people tune into this channel.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but hey.
Well, I will. They're probably like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Everything.
It's a good question.
Anything and everything all at once.
So, I'm not sure if you said this before. Is there a brief 30-second breakdown of this character you can give us, or
Breakdown? What do you mean?
like where she comes from, what she's doing, why would she have that look on her face, type of thing? Just a really short breakdown, like a how would you say, like a dressing for the scene that she's in right now, type of thing.
Well, from what I gather, she is a paladin from a bad future where a Grey Goose scenario almost ended everything. Her skin and hair are made out of mithril. The sword is some sort of construct. I don't really know the details on that. It's supposed to be
Wait, did you
mithril
see
as
her
well.
hair's made of meth?
Mithril.
Mithril. It's a D&D term.
Mithril.
Mithril.
The ultimate.
Mithril. MYTHRIL.
Yeah, we all know that, dude. We all know.
Actually, I don't. It's been a long time since I played D&D. I used to play second edition.
Yeah, I started on second edition. I stopped playing with 3.5. So
I got 3 and then I lost my books, and by the time I found them, 3.5 had come out. It kind of sucked.
Yeah, I don't really play too much D&D. Currently, I'm playing Pathfinder.
Basically, it's magic metal. Interesting, LCX.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like what you're seeing, please like and share. It really helps us out. I don't know how well I spread the word today, but I guess other people have been spreading the word. That's awesome. I really appreciate it.
yeah, I helped. I spread it on my Twitter. Hopefully it helped. You know what I need to do though is I need to open my Discord and put it out there. That
So
might
let's
help.
say something. This 404 thing. I don't. He might. Is he? Huh.
I didn't have a problem with it personally. I'm not sure what the issue might be on their end.
Yeah, I'm going to go into the chat and could be the link I've been posting isn't as correct as the one that this is the version I posted earlier.
Well, that's the thing. I literally came on and then they said they had a problem with it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, so look, it's. Oops. Sorry about that. I forgot my volume was. I sometimes use both the phone and the Chromebook too. Like I'll open up the browser on the phone, so I don't have to switch tabs on the Chromebook. Now, does Daniel have?
No, nothing right now.
Okay.
I'm thinking right now. Just
Wrong. But there we go. So that wasn't the only. I've been looking at. I've been throughout the week. I've been finding different things I thought were interesting. There's Oh yeah, I guess yeah. But maybe we talked about this before. Ms. Marvel's dying, but
oh yeah, Ms. Marvel was dying in a Spider-Man comic book, who doesn't really know Peter, and Peter doesn't really know her, but somehow it's supposed to be a really devastating thing. I'm like, I understand he probably blamed himself for her death, but why would you kill her in Peter's book when she's been more of a friend with Miles, and that would be more of a Miles thing. It's like, why did you do that? So I'm going to assume what they're doing is that they're trying to line her up was the Marvel's movie that they're doing. So they're changing her up to make her a mutant and change her powers to be more cosmic in look rather than the Stretch Armstrong powers that she has and whatnot. Then I never understood how her powers actually work. Is like, so she's borrowing mass from her future and past self. How does that work? Yeah, it's like, but that's the general guess that I'm understanding is that they're mainly killing her for right now because they need to align her with the Marvel Cinematic Universe or something. At least that's the prevailing theory right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna, if I can, let's see if I can get the link. Thought I had. Here we go.
Actually, I think I know what
I'll just put the link to that tweet in the chat so people can do their own reading if they want to. There's also a thing that kind of relates to the AI thing earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's from the BBC. Tom Hanks. I could appear in movies after my death with AI technology. So basically, he's going to be like Arnold Judas Remmer from
well, because they already tried it with Turkin on the Disney the Disney Star Wars movies. It's like so they used the dude that actually looked pretty much like like a young Turkin, and then they used a CG Turkin. Like you could have used the dude; he could have been a younger Turkin character, I guess. But I guess they were trying to make the Rogue Squadron, the Rogue One movie align with the
Rogue Squadron. Wait, Rogue One. Wait, is it the movie or the video game?
The movie.
He's talking about the movie.
Talking about the movie. I meant to say Rogue One.
They retconned all the Rogue novels, and I was pissed.
For Rogue One?
For Rogue.
Well, they retconned all the future novels from the original trilogy so that Disney could produce new stuff.
Yeah, there was a game that's in Game Pass still to this day called Squadron.
Yeah, because I thought it was the Rogue One Squadron that got the plans.
Right,
well,
it is. It's
they
right
have
now.
a Squadrons game.
They also had the N64 game called Squadrons or something like that. N64 Squadrons or something like that, which is way better, by the way, than the Xbox One version that I've been playing.
So people praise Rogue One, though. They say it's a great movie. You know,
aspects of it is great, but there are problems with it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not even that hardcore of a Star Wars fan, but I tell you, if you know anything about Star Wars, yeah.
I mean, basically, one person pointed out that this important character died at the beginning, the father figure, and this person was like, "Well, I can't enjoy this now." A lot of people died in that film, to be honest. It's pretty heavy for the light side of the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, they in that movie. Yeah, that was effed in that movie. Yeah, I will say that.
And how many Bothans died to get us these plans?
How many Bothans? But hey, what was in the case that we never saw? What was the MacGuffin inside of the case that we never saw?
Yeah.
It was a cheeseburger.
Actually, I think it was supposed to be a half-eaten cheeseburger.
A half-eaten cheeseburger.
Oh man!
So did they bring back Carrie Fisher for the?
No, that was the daughter actually.
For Last Jedi, so they didn't.
Well, for Last Jedi,
Last Jedi, but
yeah, Carrie Fisher herself was
Rise of Skywalker.
Well, Carrie Fisher herself is either really close to death or passed away at that point. I'm not sure, but yeah, they did bring in a daughter to play her part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had to get the daughter to play her part in Rogue One, and then and that's the last we see that character because this.
Carrie Fisher finished her scenes for Last Jedi before she died.
Yeah.
But
Right. Yeah, I knew that.
they had to use deep fake and everything for the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Oh, by the way, Jack Stafford, welcome.
Hey,
by
Jack
the way, I
Stafford.
sent you some music on Discord. I don't know if you ever got a chance to check it out. But he says worst Rogue One.
Wait, who did you send
The
music?
Star Wars radio serial, which was always considered canon until Disney. It told a completely different story about how the Death Star plans were stolen. Interesting.
I mean,
but he says no Bothans.
The Bothans.
Died for the first Star.
Bothans, yeah, died for the first Death Star.
Died for the first. That was the second Death Star.
Second Death Star. For the Death Star plans.
Huh?
The plans. They died getting the plans.
Well,
in Rogue One, it was a completely different actress, not Carrie Fisher's daughter. Wow.
Well,
I was talking about Rise of Skywalker or whatever that's called.
Oh, well.
Died getting the intelligence to where the new Death Star was being built and everything.
Well, see, the thing is, it becomes speculative, right? Unless you want to go into what we call the EU, the extended universe of Star Wars, which is like the books and novels, right? Because, I mean, if you look at the movies, the way they're set up, there is literally like months worth of gaps in between movies, right? So,
yeah, I think people don't seem to understand that Star Wars takes place in months and years, not days and hours. And then, which is funny because I'm working on a Jedi character. I'm gonna get rid of this thing.
Which is fine. I have no problems with like extended universes. But here's my thing: you got to tell me now, like Star Trek said from the get-go of Star Trek, is it canon if it's on screen? If it's on screen, yes. If not, no. So that I take that and I say, this is Star Wars. Is it on screen and canon? Yes, no. Tell me what your rules are, type of shit, right? Same with any franchise I watch.
Oh, sure thing, Jack. It's my pleasure. I hope you enjoy the music. And he's going to send me information about the Snowspeeder story where the government was investigating because it looked like a stealth plane.
Jack Stafford is an awesome person to have in chat. Comes to my chat all the time.
Great.
So yes, hail to
this show and many shows.
Absolutely. So hail to Jack Stafford. Absolutely.
Hail Jack Stafford.
Greetings, as I like to say.
The fanfic is canon. Not sure about that, but that's an interesting comment.
It's an interesting take. Yes.
So it's a twinklet. What are you drawing?
It's my own character. I just made her up.
Okay.
Is this the one we saw last time with the? Okay.
Yeah. Here's the old version.
Yeah.
That's the old version.
Just remember, you still owe me that bat.
Oh yeah.
Is this the current version?
And that's the current version.
This is you inking it, right?
Why do I hear my name in the background? Is that sci-fi?
Okay.
Oh, hey, Jed, welcome.
Jedediah Gaming.
I've been checking out Jed's channel. I like his drawing. Not drawing. I like his driving. His truck driving simulator game that he plays. is it the European truck driving? I'm trying to think of the name of the game. But I've seen a few streams.
Lorenzo, you're a better
It looks
host.
like a fun game.
Lorenzo,
he has a real genuine gaming
Give him a moment.
steering wheel that he uses.
Dude, no, literally, Lorenzo, you're a better host than I. I've seen Jedediah Gaming on my live streams. I've yet to go to Jedediah Gaming to check them out. So yes, absolutely. Even speaking to myself, I need to check out.
Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Indonesia. Wow.
There you go.
It's always a pleasure when people from around the world show up in the chat. It's always really cool. And Jed supports a lot of different
I mean, come on.
channels.
He comes over to Lorenzo, and then he supports a dink like me. So give Jedediah some credit here, right? Go check out his channel.
Yeah, definitely check out. Feel free to promote your channel. Anybody in chat, you got a rent, promote your channel. And ahoy, everyone, says Jack Stafford.
Ahoy!
While working.
Ahoy, Jack Stafford. There's no Scotty here, so I can't give you a 6 and a 4, but greetings, bud. How you doing?
How long is the warp core stays in One Piece?
Isn't there actually a Scotty that Infinity streams with?
Yes, that's Scotty. Yes, Scotty.
Okay.
Yes.
That's who you're referencing.
Yes, that's who I'm referencing. Scotty, yes. Good friend of mine. But
I used to be able to see people's channels and Infinity's chats till he took away my wrench.
Well, Scotty doesn't technically have
actually drop people's links who are on the panel, and he takes.
Yeah, see, Scotty doesn't have his own actual channel. He is part of a channel that they call the Phantasmagorium. So Scotty is like a co-host on Phantasmagorium. So I will put that out there. And by the way, who just did a stream with Jill recently? So check out the Phantasmagorium. Whether it's Scotty hosting with a guest or his co-host Steve with a guest.
So hanging out like in a pool hall or something?
Either way. Pardon?
Somebody hanging out in a pool hall?
Is somebody in the pool hall? I don't know. I hear somebody talking in the background on a cell phone.
Oh, okay. This is probably on my end because I think family. My mom is talking too loud. Hang on.
Okay, that's better.
I thought it was gonna hear Daniel yelling. Which
yeah,
right. Kind of a first, probably.
It did kind of sound like Daniel.
If I've ever heard. Mom. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. No, it's all good now.
I was gonna say I don't know if I've ever heard you raise your voice, and you didn't do it this time either.
I try not to raise my voice. Honestly, I don't. You know that, Lorenzo.
But I'm saying Daniel. That would have been funny if Daniel just started yelling. But that would be very uncharacteristic of you, Daniel.
Oh, see, the only Daniel I know that you're talking about is Daniel's Hot Topics. So if there's another Daniel here, I'm sorry, bud.
Tech. We can call him. Well, he used to be called the Tech Corner, but now he's also known as High Tier Comics.
Not to be when I can never get the comics part to go.
Well, voice like a voice actor?
Wow, voice like a voice actor. Well, you should have heard him last week. He sounded like he had no voice.
Yeah.
And somebody got him confused with somebody else. It was quite hilarious. Even though I can't remember what stream it was, but it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I can't remember who I got confused with. But
that was hilarious. I'm like, really? How are you confusing this person with Lorenzo? Like,
seriously? I know. I was on Vic's channel. And
it was on Vic's channel.
He was confusing me with Hargrave.
Yeah. That shit was hilarious. That's why when you put that, somebody put a tweet on there saying, hey, every time I hear Lorenzo, it's like a Sleestak, and it was just like a Sleestak head going back and forth. And you basically laughed your ass off at it. I left it alone because I thought, hey, somebody's going to see this. Maybe I should have promoted the fuck out of it, but I didn't.
I like it when it's so like some people think like they're really owning me by pointing out that I've got a cartoon voice when I'm literally a fucking cartoon character.
No, you
It's
really
like
don't.
It's like they can't quite put
No,
two and two
you
together,
don't.
you know?
Hey, you got a good voice.
It sounds like well, yeah. Last week I was having a lot.
Oh yeah, you were last week. It was like
having,
that's why it's like, seriously, how are you getting Lorenzo confused with?
Yeah, with Hargrave, who has a totally
Yeah, with
different
Hargrave.
voice.
I'm like, seriously, there ain't no way.
I think Hargrave's voice is a bit lower than me. He is a polar bear after all. Or, well, I don't know if he's a polar bear, but he's some sort of bear.
No, Snortopus is a polar bear, or at least a bear.
I mean, if we're still talking about Star Wars, Disney shut down their hotel for Star Wars. Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is pretty much on its final voyage in September 28th to the 30th of 2023.
I would like to find out what they refurbish it into.
That's gonna be the journey, man.
I'd like to see what they refurbish their taxis into as well.
Well, they canceled that. I guess they canceled some kind of faculty that was supposed to bring like 200 plus jobs or 200K plus jobs to Florida, and people were
they
basically told Rick DeSantis to F off.
Yeah. So that's that was an interesting side effect. There was another thing where Disney sounded like Florida would have had to bail Disney out too.
No, Disney can totally bail Florida out. But the thing is,
but there was some sort of one of their projects. I think they were allegedly losing money in Minecraft or Roblox, your game of choice.
Hey,
something
that I will never let my 10-year-old play without supervision.
So I'm saying allegedly, and I'm saying in Minecraft and or Roblox.
And or I
know. Hey, Manticore, welcome. We were talking about AI earlier.
AI Manticore, hey, how you doing? Jack Stafford says they'll probably rebrand it as Star Trek Hotel. While licensing.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Trek.
Unless Paramount ends up buying it and turning it into Star Trek.
Do they own Star Trek? I didn't think they own.
Oh,
Star
they
Trek.
don't. Paramount.
Bill Murray joke. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Like Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Come on.
It's been a while since I've seen a Bill Murray movie. He was in I saw an independent movie down at the Independent Film Festival that we used to have here in Traverse City, which we no longer have.
I forgot. You're here in Michigan.
What I saw was,
I forgot, Lorenzo.
Wait a second. It was called Broken Flowers. Had some really cool Ethiopian jazz music in the background.
Dude, Lorenzo, I forgot.
Ethiopian jazz fan.
I forgot you're in Michigania too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I call it Michigander though.
Yeah, well, it's not Michiganders, it's Michiganians.
That must be like your own local.
Well, you know how big the state is, right?
Because here we say Michigander.
Well, here we say Michigander. Well, that's what you get for thinking. Anyway, Lorenzo lives in the same great state that I do. We don't sound nothing alike.
Cartoon movie. Yeah, well, that'd be cool to be in a cartoon movie.
Hey, I'd like to do.
I may go play some Zelda on your channel. Yeah, feel free to drop the link in the chat. It's a shame we weren't able to join.
I'd like to
and then some Manticore's calling you Wi-Fi for some.
Hey, Wi-Fi Nation from Captain Infinity's channel. That's why I got called Wi-Fi.
But what I'm saying is, I never understood that, along with a lot of other Captain Infinity's so-called jokes.
Oh well, I'll tell you why. It's a long-held joke that for like the first 4.5 years I lived where I live now, all I had was a Wi-Fi connection because I never paid for my own internet for the 4.5 years I lived here. That's why I got the name Wi-Fi Nation. So,
Oh, okay. Bill
So you
Murray
were on somebody's
singing
Wi-Fi.
Star Wars in the bar. We'll never forget that. And 404 errors for yeah, that's
well, damn, Alkin Slice. Try
it's-
checking your settings as we ain't got no issues.
Oh, we've got issues just now with that.
Yeah, just
Maybe-
not with
Anyway,
that.
I'm going to put this BBC link in the chat about how Tom Hanks could be like Arnold Jonas River from Red Dwarf, where he gets reincarnated as a hologram. Well, he's going to get reincarnated as an AI. That's close enough.
Close enough. Do it.
I actually
Right.
read an isekai where somebody was reincarnated as a spaceship's AI. It didn't last very long.
They actually made one. Man, they're
Yeah.
making isekai for everything at this point.
Are you talking about Red
Hey,
Dwarf?
you put some lines on screen. I might be tempted to read them.
Well, I'm trying to.
So is
what I'm-
Geass talking about Red Dwarf as well? Because I'm talking about Red Dwarf.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about a manga I read.
Oh,
the
okay.
manga, what did you say? He got isekai into being the AI for a spaceship.
Yeah, a space battleship.
Yamamoto?
No, I don't remember the name of the spaceship. It was-
Oh, well, that was a comic, so that's why I had to ask. And anime. It's called Space Battleship Yamamoto. So.
Yeah, that is not it. That's not an isekai.
So this is Arnold Arnold Judas Rimmer from you just usually call him Arnold Rimmer.
Wow, that totally
No,
looks like
no,
a white tilt.
we call him Smeghead. Get it right.
That's true.
Smeghead. Sausage McMuffin with egghead.
No, that's Smeghead isn't Smegma.
Oh, well, see, I used to work at McDonald's, so Smeg means
Oh,
sausage McMuffin.
okay.
So.
Nobody wants to see
Just
Tom
saying.
Hanks. Oh, I'm not. Unparalleled Path. Is that the name of the isekai?
Well, Manicore says it's Ace Rimmer. What a guy.
Oh yeah. That's. Oh, is that what it's a photo? Is that the Ace Rimmer variant of? Because there's. I thought Ace Rimmer's hair is different than Arnold Rimmer. I mean, they're the same guy, but Ace Rimmer's like heroic, and and Arnold Rimmer is just a coward.
Anyway,
Don't know. I haven't had her, folks. I can't know right now.
anyway, it is Unparalleled Path.
Yeah, because LCX knows his anime. I'm gonna say he. No, the character is a female character, but LCX, the person who plays LCX identifies as male. So, I mean,
Ace Rimmer. No, that's a Rimmer. What?
Ace is actually cool. Yeah, the Ace is the cool version.
Yeah, Ace Frehley was cool.
Reincarnated as an AI from a space battleship. So Arnold sees himself.
Ha ha ha! Says LCX.
Space battleship, Arnold Rimmer.
And if you guys
Space
like what you're seeing, please like and share. It really helps us out. Let's
Absolutely.
see. So yeah, I don't know about Tom Hanks being reincarnated as
As an
AI.
anime person, yeah, no.
Also, Seth MacFarlane and showrunners exit Family Guy and American Dad. I think it has to do with so that's
with the writer's strike.
I think
or something.
yeah.
So
So
I think this is I think this is like the second strike I've been around for. I don't.
Well, the first strike
until
I was around for was during the original run of TNG. This is the second writer strike I remember being a part of.
Yeah,
like,
was that when all those
almost
late
20
night
some years
comedians
later.
were like David Letterman growed a beard to protest? I think Conan.
No,
O'Brien
he did that because he actually retired from the Late Show, and he did a show called no, not having coffee in cars with. That was Jerry Seinfeld, but
Yeah, David might have been a mining.
David Letterman had a show, and it's on Netflix. It's called Sitting Down with Whoever. But
yeah, that was years later. That was years after that writer's strike.
Way after that.
He might have been working at CBS by then. I know he started out at NBC.
Oh, he's been at CBS since he took the Late Show over.
CBS.
Yeah, he's been with the Late Show since from the 80s well into the 2000s. So you're talking an almost 30-year career with CBS running the Late Show. So
I still think that when he was on NBC, that was some of the best stuff, especially when he's trying to get out of the contract and so he would like in General Electric owned NBC. So
and he protested his own show. Fuck yeah.
It was hilarious, him mocking the fuck out of General Electric.
He did. He protested his own show. He protested NBC. Fucking Howard Stern got behind him on national radio back in the day, right? From New York City.
Yeah, that's back when the Howard Stern was really edgy. Now he's kind of
and then after that, the Howard Stern movie came out, right? And then you had the producer of the show come on, played by I forget what his name was, but Howard Stern literally called him, said, "And here comes Pig Vomit now. Hey, Pig Vomit, how you doing?"
No, nowadays Howard Stern seems pretty tame. I don't know.
Oh, he's very tame.
Or if he's just kind of or if he's realizes
I'm in my late 40s, so yeah, Howard Stern's got to be in his late 60s.
But like some of the he's gotten more politically correct over the years, which he was really, really super politically incorrect before.
Right. See, that's the difference between a boomer and a Gen Xer. I'm a Gen Xer. Stern is a boomer. Here's the difference. Gen Xers, the original fuck the establishment generation, 90% of us ain't gonna give in to the hey, we just need to shut up and play our cards. No, we ain't gonna do that. We're still gonna tell our bosses to fuck off. We're still gonna stand up for what's right. Okay, that's a big thing that irks me, is that Gen Xers are being considered boomers because there's a small percentage of us that are doing what our parents did, right? Just because that little 10% is doing what our parents did, those boomers did, doesn't mean the rest of us are. And the rest of us are still getting considered to be boomers.
So I've heard Gen Z will call even millennials boomers, like anybody who's
right. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've got a daughter that's 23 years old, and I have a grandson. If she's Gen Z, right? Yeah. You're gonna call her a boomer? I don't fucking think so.
No, I've heard Gen Z will call.
I guess I would be a Xennial because I'm in between Gen X and millennials. Because I was young enough to enjoy analog stick stuff.
Yeah, I basically
suffered.
Well, analog sticks weren't even a thing when I started gaming. So.
Yeah. And so
So I'm kind of bordering those generations.
Gen X.
Because earlier.
Well, I am Gen X. You got something bad to say about Gen X? I'm a Gen Xer right here. Let's hear it. I'll dispel it for you.
I didn't say that.
I think TJ might be Gen X. I don't know.
That was the point.
Yeah.
I was singing the X-Men theme. Jesus.
Oh, wow. You're a comic book nerd. Never.
I'm not a nerd. I'm a geek. There's a difference.
You actually know how to read.
So I put the Deadline article in the in the chat. So Seth MacFarlane, showrunner, exit Family Guy and American Dad until striking WGA gets new contract. So that should be interesting to see what happens with that. Seemed like last time around we ended up with a bunch of reality TV shows, and we ended up losing.
Yeah, I remember when the first Survivor came out, and I said,
they just started replacing these guys with other stuff. And like you guys, I'm surprised that like they haven't started announcing we are now using AI to rate our scripts.
Well,
actually, I think they are.
They basically were back then because the people they had on them fucking reality shows were so brain dead it was pointless.
And do you remember what happened? I think House, that show House MD.
House MD, yes.
I think that really changed wasn't it during the writer's strike where the show got the show was kind of odd to begin with. They got like really just
one of my favorite shows of that era, by the way.
But it seemed like it really changed during the writer's strike. Like,
well, so did TNG. Look at what TNG did in its like third or fourth season during that writer's strike.
What did they do? I can't recall.
Well, TNG was during the writer's strike of the early 90s. Right?
Didn't it actually get better during that time, though? Like during around the...
The only reason it got better is because they didn't have writers. So they had to rely on people like ILM to fucking do all the fucking technical shit. That's why you didn't have the stories. You just had more pew-pews and boom-booms and type of shit.
That first season was really messed up. Like they kept losing was it directors or producers? It was pretty crazy. So according to this documentary I watched, if you got like YouTube Red or YouTube Premium, I guess it's called.
Wait.
So
okay, what channel?
Said,
what channel are in? So what channel did you see this on? Here on YouTube?
I said YouTube Premium. So what happened was, according to the
I was thinking about getting that just to download people's shit so I could cut clips and call them out on the bullshit.
According to the documentary about the next generation that I watched, according to the documentary, what happened is Roddenberry had started to really believe the whole utopian stuff, and so he didn't want any conflict between.
Here's the thing, though.
Just let me finish this thought, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that was a problem to begin with, but he also was in ill health, and so he had this lawyer who was supposed to represent him.
Yeah, that was back in the TOS days. The lawyer was rewriting scripts on his behalf. That was back in the 60s.
So they were like he was allegedly he broke into the writers' computers and would rewrite the scripts.
Well, there wasn't computers back in the 60s, but yeah, that was actually a story.
No, I'm talking about
that happened during TOS. No, that happened during the TOS era.
But I'm talking about the next generation. The lawyer would allegedly break into the computers and rewrite the scripts during that first season.
Yeah, see, that's what you get for listening to shit on YouTube from sources.
So he's telling us about the future of AI.
It was presented by William Shatner.
Well, Shatner had his facts wrong because that actually happened during the original series. There was a lawyer back in the day that actually used to go back and rewrite the scripts for TOS without getting credit for it.
I'm sure. Well, their scripts were rewritten as well. Yeah.
No, but that's what Shatner's talking about. This actually happened in the 60s during the TOS era. And it's been well documented, and there's actual like documentaries on it shit about when that happened and why it happened.
Well, I've sort of seen a documentary as well. Maybe this happened a lot with maybe Roddenberry relied a little too much on lawyers. I don't know. In Minecraft,
I'm not mad about TOS, Elkin Slice. I'm just trying to set it straight. This actually happened in the TOS days.
With TOS, they'd have like, let's say they'd have like a real hardcore anti-war, like, so they can't. The network's not going to want that, so they go and they'd take the thing and they'd rewrite it, and give it kind of an ambiguous kind of plot, so that if you're pro-war or
Right. Let's if
pro-war,
you can, let's write this into it and see if we can get it past the whatever the regulating
network
body was
censors or
back
whatever.
then. Yeah. The network censors, exactly.
But did they use a lawyer when they were doing that? Is that
the lawyer actually rewrote some of the scripts.
Yeah.
Or at least certain portions of the scripts.
Well, it sounds
that
like
actually wound up being on air that we take as the word and tit milk of Roddenberry.
Yeah, he would hire some great writers, but then their scripts would get rewritten, is what I've heard.
Right, and then you get AC, what's her name? One of the greatest female sci-fi writers of all time.
Is this
that did
Fontaine or something?
DC Fontana, yes. She was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, she wrote the pilot to the Encounter of Farpoint, and then didn't Roddenberry like rewrite it and like?
Yeah, he tried to. Well, what happened was the Phase 2, the television series, was already in production, right? In pre-production. So we already had the sets, we already had the scripts, we already had the actors, we already had the film test, lighting test, all that for Star Trek Phase 2. And then Paramount says, well, hey, look, this guy, George, we never heard of, came out with a great movie called Star Wars. We need our own movie.
Yeah, so they scrapped that whole new, that was going to be, before the Next Generation, that was going to be the sequel. It was Phase 2.
Right, Phase 2.
And then they
and so then we get the motion picture.
Script,
yes.
Right?
Yes, the motion picture, which had a lot of elements of Phase 2.
Yeah.
And also a lot of elements. And DC Fontana had a great role in that, even though I don't think she was credited for it for the motion picture. But
I didn't realize she was involved in that.
Well, she her stories were incorporated into that. Also into TNG, by the way. The child
was to Star Trek.
Pardon?
See that happening.
No, pardon. What did you say, bud?
First video game I played handheld was handheld Space Invaders.
So Tongue-Tied Red Dwarf.
Deadline.com. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm getting caught up on the chat. I'll post my link here when the stream is up, and I'll do all my backstage stuff, laugh out loud. Don't play it on Steam, you'll get hit or Hensel. I wonder what.
Yeah, don't play nothing from like Paramount. You get hit. Yeah, I agree with that.
Also, Lorenzo link worked, but some issue is forcing you to use the account with my real name. You got to do two-factor authentication. That's why. Yeah, but he should be able to rename himself.
Yeah, they should be.
Absolutely.
24 triple hash extra complicated factor authentication.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If a dink like me can get out of here.
Okay, so this is the one where so this is the comment. The first video game I played was some
handheld Space Invader. You didn't need an Atari 2600 for it. What?
LCX
and a
is
blood sample identification.
The Game and Watch LCD technology. So it was something that was available in the Philippines. The Writer's Strike
killed the show heroes. Are you sure it wasn't the fact that J.J. Abrams was the executive producer?
A free
Abrams just J.J. Abrams.
I didn't know that J.J. Abrams was even. Wow.
He was the executive producer of Heroes. You didn't know that.
He's the guy that likes the Mystery in the Box type deal, type stories.
Exactly.
Well, he couldn't direct
he
his
just
way
applies
out
that to everything he does. That's why Star Wars came out the way it did, because he was trying to apply the Mystery in the Box deal.
No, I'll say this. Okay, as far as the JJ Star Wars movie goes, you had JJ doing the first one. JJ doing the third one. And then he had Ryan, what the fuck was the bug up his ass doing the middle one. And JJ had to try and compensate in the third movie.
But the first, I've only watched Last Jedi, but I've heard that the first one kind of rips off. What is it? They only blow up a Death Star.
Right. All I'm saying is, by the third one, JJ had to make up for Ryan's mistakes.
Well, yeah, but the first one I didn't watch because it looked like garbage to me. And then I watched the only reason I watched Last Jedi was it was on Netflix and people were complaining about it. People weren't complaining about Rogue One, so I didn't watch that when it was on Netflix. I wish I did.
Well, here's what I'm
I just was trying to figure out what people are complaining about.
All I'll say is watch stuff for yourself, make your own decisions.
FreeCam 8 is an excellent screen capture editing program that is easy to use. It's
Awesome.
interesting, Jack. Damn
No, I already answered that. Oh, I'm not. I already answered that.
Sorry, I meant passionate.
Well, passionate, yeah.
Nice euphemism, says LCX. LCX approved.
I just realized I misread Bub's
that
message.
slice and okay.
What was that, Geass?
Well, I misread Bub's message. I made this sword silver and gold at first, with a leather cover for the handle.
All I see is purple with black outlines. I see like fuchsia, not even fuchsia, like lilac.
I'm talking about the sword.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. It's on a green background, right?
Yeah, on a green background. This thing right here.
Yeah, it looks lilac with black lines.
Huh.
I was trying to go, well, let's see.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do it. I'm just telling you what I see.
Maybe there's too much pink in the gray, and that's why it's looking kind of weird.
By this way, the swords, what is it?
The sword blood community would have issues with that sword. Hema means blood.
What's wrong with my sword?
What does Hema mean?
Blood.
Blood?
Voltron, form, blazing, sword.
At least to me in a medical sense. So
Slice and dice. Slice and dice.
What about dice and slice?
now it looks gray. Zoom in though, because I still see lilac. It's still lilac.
Is that a sword in his hand, or is he just happy to see us?
Oh, trust me. You don't want that poking up your butt from behind.
Definitely don't.
Yep. Snap.
So, what is this? What part are you inking? What,
I'm inking her helmet piece.
oh,
And who is she?
I just made her up.
Oh, this is your own character. So this ain't
Yeah.
Seamus from what's that Nintendo game? Metroid?
I don't know. Honestly, I just made her up like a long time ago, and I never did anything much with her. I'm changing her now because
No,
I
oh, here we go.
have nothing but respect. Trust me, I could never draw anything like that.
Sorry.
the circle European martial arts.
Yeah, that's what Hema means. So, the handguard. Okay, I'm going to have to go back to.
Slopes downward.
The handguard slopes downward
towards the user's hand, right? Which it should actually slope up to protect the upper part of the hand, and not downward toward where the fingers would be curving underneath towards the handle. But even, a guard down there would be good too.
So it should probably be a longer
the
blade.
enemy's blade too close to the sword user's hand, wrist, and / wrist.
Or you could just do like a common circle. After that, you see where you got the circle on top, circle on the bottom, right? You should just have a circle going around that whole bottom of that as a base. That way, it protects the whole hand.
So
We're
LCX,
looking with a
do you have a
rapier
sword?
guard.
Yeah,
Then
that sounds more like a rapier. This is supposed to be a short sword.
Well, it's not a short sword though. Look how long the fucker is.
So I'm curious if LCX has a sword. I know you
Okay,
have
it's a long sword with
nunchucks,
a
but I
short.
don't know if you own a sword. I'm curious.
Well, if it's a long sword, then all you gotta do is protect the fucking top fingers, not the bottom.
LCX is
Yeah.
into
Well, it's supposed to be a
martial
one-hand.
arts.
It was supposed to be one-handed. The thing is that because she's made of metal, she's not in danger of having fingers sliced off anytime soon.
Well, see, I don't know. I'm talking about a regular human point of view.
Yeah, I know.
What I want.
A regular human sword, I would probably make that a little bit longer. The hilt a little bit longer. The handle definitely will be extended a little bit enough that you could use two hands, even though you can use it with one.
No, but it could be used for balancing the
I'll be
sword.
back in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're good, Lorenzo. Take care, bud.
So the sword is now that I'm looking at it, the sword actually really is impractical, but there's not much I can do about it right now.
Yeah, a little bit. It just kind of fascinated me the fact you called that a short sword to begin with.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably sure I'm gonna get some written letters. How dare you, sir? I challenge you to a duel.
Well, see, I called that a long sword from the get-go. So.
anyway, not every guard covered the fingers, so I don't see why it's necessary. I'm certainly not going to change it.
I'm not gonna change it. That's because technically the Bub would have to pay me to change it, but I'm not going to change it.
You want finger guards? F you, pay me.
Yeah.
Well,
That's one of those things you got to pay me for the change.
Yeah, especially we don't know Bub's opinion on that. Like he approved of this version anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So that's another
really
thing. I don't know who you're. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know who you're drawing this for, but if that's what they want, give them what they want. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, he didn't mention anything about the sword being wrong or goofy or what have you. Mainly because, again, he's over here telling me that, well, this character really can't be hurt by conventional means.
Right. So if you're commissioned to do this, which I don't know if you are or not, but if you are, you got to go with what whoever's paying you to do this says to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm certainly not going to do a major change. Like I do small fixes, like patching up little gaps he's left.
Yeah. Unintentionally, because I didn't notice that until the gap until Geass mentioned it to me. I'm like, shit.
Oh, I agree, LCX. Absolutely. LCX says, no worries, pointing out as maybe something you hadn't noticed. Sword lay looks aesthetically pleasing anyhow. Yes, absolutely. It does. It's a good looking sword. I'm not going to deny that. It is a very good looking sword.
Yeah.
Anyway, earlier I had it as gold and silver and realized it's not supposed to be. It's all one material.
Okay. Oh, because it's supposed to be some kind of liquid metal sword, from what I've understood.
Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, kind of like mercury.
So, LCX says, or I'm into martial arts. I don't have a European sword, though, because that's what I asked. And I apparently owns 5 swords. Jeez, wow. That's.
I own 1.
Well, yeah, it's easy to get the aftermarket swords, Elkin. So.
No worries, just pointing it out as maybe something you had noticed.
Let me see if I can find it.
Sword looks aesthetically pleasing anyway. So
yeah.
wait, who owns this? So Daniel, do you own a sword?
Yeah, I own a sword.
As do I.
I don't have a sword, but I've got a machete.
Wow.
That actually cuts paper.
Yeah, here's a.
I have a kitchen knife. Does that count?
I've got plenty of those that cut paper.
That's more than what you can have in England.
I found an image of it already. So
did any of you guys see that with like sometimes the British police will confiscate like there was this this tweet, and we confiscated these swords, or no, people turned in their not swords, their knives, and like one of them was like a butter knife.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna turn in my kitchen utensils just to make.
So, or maybe what it was like maybe it was like a butcher. It was whatever
I
it was.
think he turned it into a
meat, or maybe just even a buttering your bread or something. And like, people were just.
Oh, dude, I'm going to tell you right now. I've got a whole set of ceramic butter knives that I could put on a plane that will pass a metal detector. Okay, I'm telling you, the Brits are so worried about dumb shit. It ain't even funny. I'm just gonna say that.
Well, that's what people were like. People were just mocking probably a lot of British people too were mocking the heck out of this police department because it was just so silly. Yeah, I've seen
They're more worried about memes than they are about.
How does that pronounce?
Nunchaku.
Yeah, but is it pronounced that way in Japanese or?
Well, no, I don't know how the Japanese pronounce it. I say nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Say the nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Just like what's
I'm just saying. I was just wondering the Japanese pronunciation.
Yeah, like Chuck Norris uses nunchucks. Come on.
Chuck Norris doesn't wait.
I know what they are.
Yeah, Chuck Norris does. He waits.
The Japanese pronunciation.
Well, I didn't know the actual Japanese pronunciation. Sorry.
Well, that's what LCX used, and LCX knows some Japanese.
Awesome.
Was it who taught you Japanese? It's called
Shako.
In the Philippines.
Shako in the Philippines.
Yeah, nice. So LCX has kind of an interesting experience because being from the Philippines, like a lot of the video games too, like LCX had access to had like an actual Famicom. Well, I think a Famicom clone growing up instead of an NES.
A Famicom clone. Nice.
Yeah. And also said that so apparently the PlayStations that one could buy. I think
the original Playstations were not called PlayStation. They were called.
But the one that one could buy at Circuit City, I think it was. They were modded. They were sold.
Yeah, they were.
In the stores.
They were free. Yes, they predated. They predated the original PS1s, and they were modded with the Japanese chips.
They were already modded because it was impossible to buy like a legitimate copy of games in the Philippines. Is what it
I wish I had one. I've got a PS1 here. I wish I had one.
I wish mine was modded. I should have gotten a mod chip, but I didn't.
So that's what I was because if I remember correctly, the PlayStation was modded. Yep. Sony had made a deal was Nintendo to do a CD based thing, and then somehow it fell through.
Well,
LCX, I've got an original
PlayStation
and an original PS2,
but the PS
with all the original ports with the pull off covers on them. So
but apparently
Brotherhood.
Sorry, apparently those came pre-modded as well. The actual Sony PS1, mine was.
Some did. Some came pre-modded, but 99% didn't.
No, I'm talking about the Philippines. We're talking about the Philipines.
Okay, yeah, the Philippine market were all pre-modded. Yes.
Yeah, you couldn't buy like the legitimate copies of the game. Yeah. I was watching like a short documentary about what was it? The Game Gear, or what was it that used like the mini? They used the mini. They used the mini. No, not Game Gear. No, the NES console that had the mini CDs.
The Game Gear. The GameCube.
No. It was Sony had made made
Sony
it
The
had-
N64.
for
Yeah,
Nintendo.
Sony had Game Gear, and that was cartridges.
Yeah, but which ones had the mini? Anyway, it was hard to.
You're talking about the handheld that had the mini CDs in it, right?
No. Damn it! Just trying
Well,
to
you
think.
said mini CDs, so now you're throwing me off.
Hold on a
Yeah,
second.
you're
I'm
kind of
trying
throwing
to
us
think
off
of the
of
name.
what you're looking for, dude.
Anyway, was it the N60? No, that had cartridges. What was the one that?
What?
Anyway, they were
GameCube had mini CDs. I've
GameCube.
got one sitting on my hut.
Here's my point. I heard it sold poorly in certain countries because it couldn't easily be.
No,
games couldn't easily
you know,
be
if it
pirated.
didn't, let me ask you
God
this.
damn it! I'm just trying to finish my thought. Games couldn't easily be pirated, and
Right,
that
it
could actually
can't.
harm us console sales if you weren't like actually able to play games.
Right, now let me ask you
Sorry, I
this.
didn't mean to take the word.
If mini CDs couldn't be copyrighted that easily, why the hell did CD-ROMs come with micro CD indentations in them after the N60 or after the GameCube came out? For mini
Initially, it was
CDs.
difficult to pirate, and then somebody broke the.
And then they broke them. Exactly.
Yeah, broke the.
They broke the code.
Yeah, broke the code. Yep, I still keep mine, though it doesn't work very well. I think you think he's talking about his PlayStation.
Why do you think the first thing I do when I get a brand new computer is upload a program called Virtual Drive on my computer?
We do not condone the illegal download.
Yeah, we're not saying to go out and do that. I'm just saying that that's what people did, and it's just how things work.
I can't condone it. That's just
No,
what they
I
did.
wasn't talking about you. So I guess.
Yeah, because if we don't do it, we're gonna get banned.
People were trying to figure out what I was.
I
talking
understand
about.
legal reasons, Joe. Legal reasons.
UMDs, the PSP, and so I guess it was the Game Gear.
Oh, the PSP also had. Yes, the PSP also had mini discs.
Yeah,
just
but
like
I was talking about a particular console that I think it was selling poorly in certain parts of Asia because for a while.
Well, it was either the PSP.
For a while people couldn't pirate the games, and it was the Game Gear. I'm pretty sure because it was a Nintendo.
The Game Gear used cartridges, though. That's what don't make no sense.
Yeah, the only time they ever used.
What the hell am I talking about? What was it called? The Nintendo? What would you just say it was called? The
GameCube.
Yeah, guys, it was the GameCube, the GameCube, the Nintendo Wii, and the Wii U.
But I'm talking about
the Wii
was selling poorly. That was my point.
The GameCube used mini discs, which came out way before the Wii ever did.
And my understanding was it was selling poorly until they were able to break the code. That's all my point was.
The only console I can think of that sold poorly back then was the
Game Gear,
the Wii, the Saturn.
The Sega Saturn sold.
That's
shitty.
the only one I can think of that sold so poorly.
So did the Atari Jaguar.
Oh, the Famicom had a disc system. I think I heard something about that.
The Atari Jaguar sold like shit too.
The Famicom disc system was essentially the prototype for the PS1 because it was a disc add-on that was made by Sony, and then Sony and Nintendo.
Well, here's the thing: back in the day, Sega and Sony were supposed to be in talks, and they were in actual development of coming out with a CD-based system. And then Nintendo fucked over Sony, and Sony said "F you" and came out with the PS1.
Yeah, Sony tried to fuck over Nintendo, so Nintendo backed out of the deal.
In Minecraft.
Or something.
Welcome to the chat, Absolute W.
Hey, Absolute W, how you doing?
I mean, it's gonna be one of those. He he said, she said stuff until.
Yeah, it just depends on which version of the article you read, but yeah.
Yeah,
the
because
contract-
some say Nintendo and others say Sony, and so it will be forever arguing which company screwed over who first.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so my point earlier was that even though I'm not condoning piracy, I'm just saying that it actually did help sell consoles when people were able to pirate games. You know, at least in certain regions, because maybe they couldn't necessarily get the
That's
games.
why we created a hack called Region Free. Okay.
Well, so that's another frustrating thing was there were a lot of games that you couldn't even buy in the US, and it's still that way. You can't necessarily
I
buy
still can't
things
believe we live in the same state, but I mean, come on, we live in the same state. We don't even sound the same. It's like,
you don't sound the same as a Youper either.
I'm not a Youper. That's the thing.
Well, neither am I, but I'm not from wherever the hell you are from.
I'm in Central Michigan. How you doing?
That's a different part than Northern Michigan.
Exactly. I used to own a house in Northern Michigan. I used to own a house in
Manistee.
Manistee. Yes, I used to own a house in Manistee, Michigan. My taxes were $2,500 a year. How you doing?
Well, Manistee's a little different too. I think they might have a different. They could even have a different accent than Traverse City.
I doubt it because I never.
Traverse City's got a lot of people from
Traverse City has my cousin.
I'll
tell you this: Traverse City has my cousin, and he's from Jackson, and he still sounds like a redneck. I'm just gonna say that.
Well, I mean,
he's from Texas, so people speak differently throughout the state.
So I'm a redneck.
R4. What does R4 mean?
We still do the wash, and we like sodas.
What is it? Everly says, "What's up?
What's up? Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
what is it? Touch Hop?
Hey,
oh, well, thanks. Sticky Art. Well, thanks.
Radio.
Sticky Art Shorts. It's got an awesome drawings channel.
It says
Sticky Art and Sticky Art Shorts, two different channels. Same person.
Dickie Raid. Okay, I don't know what the hell a Dickie Raid is, but thanks.
It's the rating. People from the channel are rating the chat.
Awesome. Thanks for rating. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hopefully everybody's a moderator now. You got a Reggie.
And as long as you don't sound like too much of a dumbass on a panel, you'll keep your moderator status.
Can you sub me to Sticky?
Moderation.
I'm not sure how that works.
We have Region 1 through
I'm
3 and Region 4, also
channel.
known as Pirated.
We have Region 1 through 3 and Region 4 also.
Region 1, 2, 3, and 4B. Region 3B, also known as Hey.
LCX
That's where we go to send people to get jobs.
LCX says greetings,
Michigan
Raiders.
works.
Green.
Did you guys mean to give us moderation? Yes, I did. If allowed, says Sticky Art Shorts. It looks good. Well, thank you. That's Daniel Tech Vega.
Hey, there's
also
that.
known as the Tech Corner, also known as High Tier Comics.
There's that Slimer guy again called Sticky. Instant mod.
Okay, cool.
No.
I have a check now. Well, good luck trying to get it cashed, you'd think. Did you make sure they signed it?
Especially this time of night. It's like 11, it's like past 11 here.
I know, right? What the fuck? You never heard of direct deposit?
This time, well, yeah, actually you can.
R4 is a real thing, by the way. The D5 and 3Ds have literal R4 cards. Okay, I'm having a hard time with these abbreviations. R4 cards.
R4 is a real thing. The Dom Sub and the 3Ds have
the DS and the 2DS have literal R4.
The Nintendo little things. Yes.
Yeah.
Have literal. What the fuck is an R4 card?
Boing.
I don't know. See, I had a DS for my little girl.
So you literally
and I had a
moment.
3D, and I had a 3DS for her. 3DS, the one that was the blue case with the fucking dragon on it, right? It was a 3DS special edition. 3DS had the fucking blue with the silver dragon on it. And I actually had to go in and perform surgery to make the display work again. So what's that fucker worth? That's what I want to know right now.
Good question, but Sticky Art Shirts put up 10 shirts today. Awesome. Definitely have to check those out. Was it Toxic? Sorry, I have a hard time. It was this 11-inch screen, so I can barely see what's going on. But it put up 2. Well, definitely want to. I'm definitely going to check out these channels and follow all your guys on YouTube.
LCX says
Alright,
R4 cart. I don't know what that means.
You insert a micro SD card into it filled
Micro
with
SD card.
downloaded DS,
Filled with
whatever you want for the price of free in Minecraft.
Well, yeah, I
Or
can do
Roblox.
that. I mean,
Or
I've got
Roblox.
like 100
That's like-
hours worth of fucking Nintendo DS
Actually,
music. I can put on anybody's Nintendo DS. That's not
Actually,
the
I'm
point.
not telling people to do that in Minecraft or Roblox. That's just my.
Yeah, I cracked the
this was my
Nintendo
way of
DS code
saying
years
I,
ago. That's not the point.
It's just my way of saying I'm not advocating something. You know, this is
Obviously,
Okay,
Lorenzo's
we
not
need to-
advocating this.
Okay, we're gonna find a
Love
different
the
topic
color
right now.
says Sticky Art Shorts.
All right,
so
we need another topic.
There we go. And
We're gonna end up
thank you,
self-incriminating ourselves on accident.
you're the one still talking about it. Daniel.
Yeah, come on, bud. Stop talking about it.
So how about them Lakers?
I don't know about the Lakers. Was Magic Johnson?
Yeah, I did, LCX. I did. This is not my fault. These guys went off on tangents.
Actually, they canceled the live action.
Well, take care. Was it Everly? And thanks for joining.
Take care, Everly. See you, bud.
And then feel free to promote your channels in the chat.
They canceled the live action adaptation of the Powder Puff Girls. So
you know what?
Dead.
You know what? No, I don't care what the interpretation of the Powder Puff Girls are, because of the fact that I dated somebody that loved them.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually introduced me to my current fiance because me and her departed on mutual terms of, hey, we're better off friends than being haters.
Oh, yeah.
So,
hi, Ethereal Dragon. Yeah, it's just that they were going to have a live action one where they were adults and then they canceled it.
No, they can't. You cannot have a live action Powerpuff Girl. It don't work.
Well, that's why it was canceled.
That's more or less why they canceled it, because they were trying to do live action. And the thing is that they turned Buttercup into a black girl who's a lesbian.
No, you can't. No, that don't work.
And she was a butch lesbian. I'm like, oh my god, they
stereotype
Bubbles so hard.
It don't work.
Buttercup. They stereotype Buttercup so hard it wasn't funny.
Look at what LCX. That anime was awesome.
LCX
I've only seen a little bit of it.
Yamashita's Powerpuff Girls Z.
That was the anime.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. But
I want to see production stills for that. I don't think I've ever seen the show on the YouTube at all.
Hey, Lorenzo, that is you.
So here's something interesting.
You smelt it, you dealt it.
To record an album with the heavy metal band Slipknot.
Who?
Slipknot, the heavy metal band.
I know who Slipknot is.
Slipknot and Dolly Parton together.
Dolly Parton? What? Dolly Parton is making a heavy metal band. What? That better be a joke.
Dolly Parton is a country singer that should have sent a song called "There's a Sperm in My Dick and I Wanna Suck It Out." I'm the bambo to do it, but that's the song she should have sang back in the day. That's Dolly Parton. Okay?
So I don't know if this is, I don't know anything about this Madhouse magazine. I don't know if it's parody or what, but that would be an interesting combination.
It would, wouldn't it?
If that's real, I definitely want to check that out. I mean, I'd watch a
I was
YouTube
talking out my
video.
ass when I
I'm not
sang
going to buy the album without hearing it first, but it would be.
Well, I always make up lyrics on the spot, so.
I just thought that was entertaining. So Pathfinder 2E is dropping alignment, and folks are talking about it doing away with.
Drop the alignment. See how your tires react. Yeah, D&D. By the way, if you play D&D beyond 3.5, you're playing uselessly. Just saying. I used to think D&D after 2.0 was useless. After 3.5 is useless. Seriously. So if you're playing 4 or 5, yeah, you're playing useless
Did
D&D.
they drop the Slipknot article in the?
I don't know who has a Slipknot article.
Oh,
I only know Slipknot as a like big heavy metal band, but I know other rock bands like Seven Dust.
Seven Dust.
Fuck.
That was a barely noticeable band in the 90s. What the fuck are you talking about?
Still around. They're still around, dude.
So apparently he knows about that, but not.
I mean, even Creed was around for a while.
Oh, Creed, fuck off! That's the worst band ever.
I would
Anyway,
assume Nickelback took that title from them.
Nickelback is even worse than Creed. Oh my fuck! This guy gets worse and worse with every band he mentions.
Well, I don't really like Nickelback that much, but I prefer because I like Creed and you're the one where like,
I like the fact you said Nickelband instead of Nickelback. That gives me some hope.
Anyway,
the good thing that came out of Creed was we got Alter Bridge. And I don't know if you like that.
I might maybe give you some credit for that. I might maybe give you some credit.
So here we go. Avenged Sevenfold better than Seven Dust. I'm not familiar with all. What's the deal with the number 7 and all this stuff?
Because 777s.
Because they're trying to be hardcore, but they're trying not to be satanic at the same time.
So instead of 6,
they're trying to be satanic, but yet 777s are the sign of godliness.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like
or something.
I mean, Disturbed got big by being in
Disturbed got big by having an actual song called "Down with the Sickness."
Up and down.
Well, these look pretty big. I'm looking at right here.
Disturbed back in the day was some real shit. After the 2000s, fuck them.
Well, they're not terrible, but they're not.
Yeah, after 2000s, fuck Disturbed. They got fucking full of themselves.
Look at that.
Photograph.
That was that's Nickelback, wasn't it?
Photograph. Oh, photograph. Really? That's a 70s song, you think?
I mean, they did.
Nice arts and crafts shorts. Sticky.
I mean, they recently did a rendition of the Sound of Silence. It was pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Photograph is actually sang by a band called Autograph, I believe.
You got me.
Well, if you like what you're seeing, please like and share. Really helps.
Look at the boobs. The boobs compels you to like us. Subscribe.
Oh, I forgot that I was zoomed in on boobs when I said that. If you like what you see, that's just kind of my standard phrase.
You're welcome. Hey, Sticky, you're welcome. No matter who you're thinking, you're still welcome.
Yeah, Sticky and everybody in the chat, feel free to show your channels It's got a license to shill.
Hey, what about Flyleaf?
Not James Bond. License to kill, but something more positive.
License to Ill. Oh wait, that was,
that was
the
an
DC
awesome
Boys.
album.
Flyleaf? How many discovered
16
him
men on
after they had broken
what was
up?
it,
That I
16
discovered
men on
Flyleaf.
Deadman's chest.
Oh, Photograph was actually Autograph way back in the day. Just saying. But yes, Nickelback. Nickelback did redo it. Sticky, you're correct. Nickelback did redo that song. You're correct.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, Disturbed didn't do a song called Photograph. It's like, where the fuck did that come from?
Well, we could I could look it up and put it in a private chat and have Lorenzo play it for everybody, but I don't want him to get his stream taken down.
I don't want that either. So I'm sorry I yelled at you guys earlier.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, you're fine, man. We realized you were trying to complete your thought.
That wasn't good. Oh my gosh.
We can be some deprecating dicks sometimes.
There's a reason I only stream once a week. It takes a lot of energy out of me.
Well, it's already
not
10:26.
It's not a criticism of anybody. It's just
well,
so
like I
much
said, it's
stuff
already
to keep track
10:26. So I don't know
of.
if you want to call it a day here, man.
Lorenzo, let me ask you: do you think there's a reason Pastry is worried about me being on?
I don't know that.
You don't know that.
I don't know. I'm exhausted now, and I can't even remember what was.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
Well, Pastry needs to jump on here and have.
Well, we're like at the 3-hour mark.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
Anyway, so it's probably past. Well, it's 11:20. Yeah, I'm probably.
It's 11:20. What's your 20?
Well, I've got a neighbor.
Are you that old? Do you know what's your 20 mean, or are you not that old? Or do you have your face so far in your phone? What the fuck? What does your 20 mean?
Isn't that an old CB term?
Yes, it is.
But
what's your 20?
Location?
What's your 20?
I don't know. I didn't own a CB. What was it? Asking people their location or something?
Yes. What's your 20?
Yeah. Okay.
What's your 1020?
2020.
Okay. Apparently that Nickelback thing is so bad. It's
Nickelback sucks.
Well, that was what the point was. It was.
I mean, even Nickelback acknowledged Nickelback sucks at some point. At some point.
So
like,
check out
congratulations for the self-awareness, but it kind of doesn't help you guys.
I'm starting to lose my voice. So again, like last week.
Okay.
Fuck's sake, really? Again? You did that last month.
All right, Geass.
So,
take it away.
Geass? I'm zooming in? Yeah.
That's Geass.
Here we go.
Zoom,
It's his usual avatar, and I'm having a hard time recognizing. So, Geass, where can we find you?
You can find me as Master Geass on DeviantArts. I've also posted the links for Bub's DeviantArts. That's the owner of the character I was working on, and of course Daniel's DeviantArts.
Okay.
Yeah, which I really haven't touched with. I'm also building a portfolio.
Should we go to Daniel now?
Go ahead. Go to Daniel. Is Daniel's Hot Topics? Oh, wrong Daniel.
So where do we?
Okay, you can find me at the.
Well, wait a second. Wait a second. I haven't gone back to. Just trying to find your here. Here we go. Because you've changed your freaking avatar to the.
You can do it. You can do it. Put your back into it.
Here we go.
Okay, you can find me at Two Comics on Twitter, but you can find me on YouTube, Twitter.
The Twitter twatter.
You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Yahoo. And YouTube at the Tech Corner. If Sci-Fi would stop interfering, and I will.
Sorry, bud. Go ahead.
And then
here's how to your comics on Twitter. Okay, so
Sorry, I didn't mean
and
to.
Wi-Fi.
Sci-Fi Nation. You Wi-Fi.
The fact that he said Wi-Fi right
Yeah,
there.
just-
That right there. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is pretty cool, though. If you were like using somebody else's Wi-Fi, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's also illegal, but hey.
It's illegal as fuck.
Okay,
but that don't
okay.
mean
Then I
having-
disavow.
Disavow.
I think it's. I'm
It is
entertained
funny.
by-
It is. It's entertaining. And it's funny as fuck. And no, I'm not going to hold it against you for saying.
Okay, so where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube here at Sci-Fi Nation. You can find me on the Twitter, otherwise known as the Twitter, at Jays, Jays, Sci-Fi Nation. Also, that's my email on Gmail. So, hey, you got like 3 ways to get a hold of me. So, hey, have fun. Check out my videos. Let me know if you like them or if you don't. I love constructive criticism. Check my shit out. Let me know if you like it or if you don't. And if you don't, let me know what I can do better. I encourage it. So, hey, there you go.
Cool. And I'm your host, Lorenzo Sleestack. You can find me here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. 5 Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain,
Shut up.
7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I forgot about Facebook. We also have some videos archived on Facebook that sometimes get taken down here. Anyway, have a good week, everybody. Oh, and if you're in the Philippines, like LCX is, I believe it's 8 a.m. Friday mornings that the show airs because the Filipinos are from the future, apparently. Anyway, have an excellent night, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. And thanks to everybody who joined the panel and participate, especially the people who participate in the chat.
Yep.
And thanks if you're watching the replay.
Yeah, without you guys, we
That's
wouldn't be much
awesome
of a
as
channel.
well. If you want to leave a comment on the video, that's always great. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm, I think.
Hey, what do you call that language that does cross between Filipino and English? Yeah, it's called something. I used to go on those.
Is it like
Filipino
Tagalog-ish? Or
Tagalog. That's it.
Tagalog.
Yes.
But there's like a blend. Yeah, there's a blend between like Tagalog and English that some people speak.
Yeah, I used to actually go on some, Filipino girls' things, and I was learning Tagalog. So
Yeah, there's also regional, I think there might be over 100 languages in the Philippines, and LCX actually speaks like a regional language.
yeah, Tagalog is like the over-regional thing, right? So.
Take care, Jack Stafford. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Jack, take care, bud.
Yeah, so there's Teglish. There we go. Called Teglish.
Taglish.
The stress is on the second
Syllable for the Tagalog. Yes, the stress is on a syllable. It is on a syllable. It's like,
interesting.
I'm not even going to attempt it right now.
But yeah, there's all sorts of different languages though that people speak in the Philippines, and it's just it's like even Germany. There's Standard German, which is based on Hochdeutsch?
Farfignugan.
But then there's there's like all these different regional languages. Some of my family they spoke Plattdeutsch, Low German. Lived in what do they call it? Like some lived in Pomerania and some lived in Prussia.
Jawohl, der Kommandant.
Like modern day Poland. Hey, Chad M. Yeah, we're about to sign off. Good night, everybody. Or have a good
night, everybody.
day, depending on where you're
Yo,
at.
have a good night and be